with his infant brother and carted them around town, lying to people at the Family Dollar store, and then to the police.
So, Chris, you're coming in expected to bring some offense to this club here.
Those who haven't received their letter from the county about their property's value by today are asked to contact the fiscal office. Property owners who'd like the county to reconsider their property's value have until the end of August to file an informal complaint. Now, next week, the county will host a series of 4 community meetings to discuss the reappraisal process, updated valuations, and property taxes. Those will run next Monday through Thursday from 6 p.m. until 8. We have more on this story, including where those meetings will be, up on the Cleveland News page at WTAM.com. I'm Brian Engel.
Dow, S&P, NASDAQ all closed up. Stay close to the news. Your next update after Guardians baseball. I'm Tom Moore.
Check in wherever you are and get everything you need to know. Just tell your smart device play WTAM 1100 on IR Radio.
Is arthritic joint pain keeping you from doing the things you love? Bone-on-bone pain in your knees, hips, back, or shoulders? Carmen Angelo here. Listen, there are exciting new cellular therapies that can get you lasting relief. QC Kinetics is helping patients like you every day here in Cleveland, led by Medical Director Dr. Aaron Wolkoff. They are the nation's leader in advanced regenerative medicine. I'm talking cutting-edge treatments that accelerate your own body's healing properties, revitalizing your joints so you can move again. They've helped so many people here and tens of thousands more across the country. If you're living with chronic pain from arthritis or injury, you need to know steroids and surgery and pain pills no longer your only option. Dr. Wolkoff and his team of medical professionals at QC Kinetics are ready to help you get your life back with restorative cellular treatments for your achy joints. This is the future of medicine. Call for a free consultation in Beechwood, Westlake, Menor, and Independence, 216-770-5488, 216-770-5488.
Millions of kids in America depend on the meals they get at school. When school's out for the summer, many of those meals disappear. Kids and teens can get free meals right in their neighborhoods, provided by local schools and community groups. To find the nearest meal site for your children, just text the word food to 3 to nokidhungry.org/help. No questions asked or registration required. This service is made possible by No Kid Hungry.
Union Home Mortgage Guardians Game Day continues on WTAM 1100. The starting pitchers and lineups are presented by Bet365.
Well, hopefully Carlos Carrasco has his best stuff tonight because Tarek Skubal is pretty darn good. He'll be on the mound for the Detroit Tigers. For the Guardians, leading off playing left field, Stephen Kwan. Angel Martinez will be in center field in the 2-hole. Jose Ramirez at third base batting in the 3-hole. Josh Naylor in the cleanup spot. He'll be at first base. David Fry is the DH tonight. He'll be batting 5th. Jockenzie Noel in right field, batting 6th, finally getting a chance to start tonight. Tyler Freeman will be at second base as Andres Jimenez gets the night off. Brian Rocchio will be at shortstop. He'll be batting in the 8th position. And Austin Hedges behind the plate. He'll be batting 9th. Like I said, we'll see what happens tonight against a very good pitcher. Coming up next, Guardians warm-up with Jim Rosenhaus. We'll be on afterwards from the ball.
Coming up on Guardians warm-up, Tom Hamilton checks in with manager Stephen Vogt as the Guardians are back in the division taking on the Tigers in the opener of a 4-game series tonight. And we'll visit with Guardians pitcher Tanner Bybee coming up on Guardians warm-up.
This is Cleveland Guardians baseball. The Guardians warm-up show is brought to you by Bet365. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary. By Cleveland Clinic, proud to be the official healthcare provider of the Cleveland Guardians. By Progressive, bundle home and auto and save at progressive.com. Also brought to you by Discount Drug Mart, the official drugstore of the Cleveland Guardians. By Valley Automotive Group. Shop every location now at valleysuperstore.com.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Bet365 Guardians warm-up show tonight from Progressive Field, downtown Cleveland. It's the Guardians getting ready to take on the Detroit Tigers in the opener of a 4-game series. Jim Rosenhaus along with you about a half hour prior to tonight's first pitch. Cloudy skies downtown, temperatures warm and humid, and the Guardians getting ready to continue a homestand with the first of this 4-game series against the Tigers, a team that's really given them a tough time this season, as Detroit has won 4 of the 7 games played so far. The standings, though, as we head into play tonight, Cleveland still 5 games up in the American League Central Division over second place Minnesota. Kansas City a percentage point behind the Twins, but there's the Tigers playing much better baseball of late. They are 11 back, 2 games under the 500 mark after a loss yesterday up in Toronto. Guardians trying to get back on the winning track after dropping 2 straight against San Diego over the weekend. They'll have Carlos Carrasco on the mound tonight against one of the best in baseball, left-hander Tarek Skubal. He's going for the Tigers. Stay tuned, more to come after this.
Bob DiBiasio of the Cleveland Guardians here to celebrate with you the rich history of Bertman Original Ballpark Mustard, the official mustard of the Cleveland Guardians, and it's all thanks to you, the Cleveland fans. The Bertman family has been sharing their delicious recipe with baseball fans since 1925 with quality, tradition, and taste known and loved for generations. The ballparks may have changed over the years, but the gold medal winning taste remains the same. So top your hot dog with Bertman Original Ballpark Mustard, the official mustard of the Cleveland Guardians.
Hey Guardians fans, Legacy Roofing, Ohio's premier roofing service provider, is committed to providing their customers the best service possible. Legacy Roofing provides a wide array of installations and repairs on both flat and shingle roofs using the latest industry technologies. Whether you need a roof repair or full roof replacement, call 855-GOT-ROOF for a free estimate today and visit LegacyRoofingOH.com.
Giorgio's Pizza, locally owned and operated for nearly 25 years, serves up the best pies in the CLE. For all fans who check in at today's game using the MLB Ballpark app, if the Guardians score the first run, you get a free order of breadsticks with any online order. Giorgio's Pizza, locally owned, Cleveland proud.
Every enterprise needs a reliable, high-performing network that can scale as needs change. That's why Everstream is expanding our business-only fiber network in the area. Our Ethernet, dedicated internet access, and dark fiber services deliver capacity up to 100 gigs. With class-leading low latency, no-charge bandwidth bursting, and direct peering to the cloud apps you use most. Don't settle for the telecom status quo. Choose a partner that's raising the bar for business connectivity. Visit Everstream.net today.
Get Cleveland clean at Clean Express Auto Wash and wash anywhere with our Wash Smart Unlimited membership that you can use at every location for one low price. Learn more at cleanexpresswash.com. Proud partner of the Cleveland Guardians.
Welcome back to the Bet365 Guardians warm-up show. Earlier today, the Guardians were in the community once again. Tanner Bybee's initiative is working with Keep the Lakes Great, an organization that helps with beach cleanup along Lake Erie and at Huntington Beach Park in Bay Village. Bybee, along with his teammate Bo Naylor, manager Stephen Vogt, and several others from the Guardians front office were on hand to help clean up the beach. And when we come back, we'll talk to him about that community initiative and the second half of what has been an exciting season so far. That's coming your way next on the Cleveland Clinic Guardians Radio Network.
Here's the Bet365 Never Ordinary Minute with Scott Davidson.
Let's take a look at the numbers tonight. The Tigers, $1.35 favorite. The total is 7. And we head out west for a play I like tonight, and that is no runs in the first inning between the Mariners and the Angels. Now, Seattle throws Bryce Miller tonight. He is 16-3 on no-run first innings this season. And get this, 10-0 at home. He faces the Angels, who've been scoreless in 78% of first innings this season, including 9 of their last 10 games overall. Other side of the hill, Tyler Anderson pitches for the Angels. He's 13-6 on no-run first innings this season. and 7-1 on the road. We'll go no runs in the first inning, Seattle and Los Angeles tonight. So you can join me on that one or pick one of your own, but whatever you do, download the Bet365 app, bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets. Terms and conditions apply. That's the Bet365 Never Ordinary Minute. I'm Scott Davidson.
21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Welcome back to Guardians Warm-Up. Tanner Bybee joining us, Guardians pitcher. And Tanner, normally we do these at the ballpark, in the clubhouse or out on the field. Today we're on the shores of Lake Erie at Huntington Beach in Bay Village. Explain what we're doing here and what's happening today as part of one of your community initiatives.
Coming out here, cleaning up the beaches pretty much. I think I was trying to think of something this off-season to kind of give back to Cleveland community. I live kind of near a beach in California, so I figured to try to clean up the beaches in Ohio.
Hey, we were out there when the team was playing Anaheim and stayed real close to kind of where you grew up and also where you spend your off seasons now. How much did you go to the beaches and things like that, and how much was the water a part of your growing up?
A lot. I think like beaches, pools. I think it's just a big part of. It's a big part of that area. So I feel like in turn it has to be a big part of me too. So it was awesome. The beach. I love any body of water. I think it's always nice. I think anyone likes a nice body of water near them. So yeah.
So it's not the Pacific Ocean, but Lake Erie's not bad. And what have you learned in your short time here with the ball club?
I think just being near a big body of water. When I heard about the Great Lakes, I was expecting every lake I've been to, you kind of see the other side. So I was kind of expecting the same thing. And then when I got here, I was like, oh my God, this looks like an ocean. But I think I feel like Lake Erie is just as important to people here as the Pacific Ocean is to people in California or wherever on the West Coast. So I think keeping this place clean, I think is a big goal for a lot of people around here, and I think we're going to try to keep doing that today.
And you'll have some teammates here at some point. Your manager's here, Stephen Vogt, and there's so much talk about how close-knit this team is, and that's a big part of what they do. It seems like everybody has something going on community-wise. How important is that just over the course of a season to have things going on off the field?
Yeah, I think it's really important. I think it's important to give back to the community because, they give so much to come watch us, to come see us play. And I think for us, I think it's important, too, just to remind ourselves that what we're doing is just a game. And there are a lot bigger things going on in the world, and we're so lucky to be doing this as a job. And I think just kind of giving back to the people that support us and kind of vice versa.
It is our pregame show. I guess we do have to talk a little baseball. Second half underway in a series with the Tigers starting tonight. Obviously, you're excited for every game, and the team takes every series the same. But you're in a position because of your record where the games mean a lot now. And how exciting is that as you head deeper into the second half?
Yeah, it's exciting. This is going to be the first time in my career where these games are really meaning something kind of near the trade deadline down the stretch. So, it's really exciting. The Tigers are a good team. They're kind of getting hot right now. The Twins, the Royals, they're all playing pretty solid baseball right now. So I think every game matters down the stretch.
Tanner, enjoy the day today. I know there's cleanup involved, but you'll be right near the waters of Lake Erie. Thanks a lot for coming by, and thanks for doing this.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's Tanner Bybee, one of his community initiatives, helping out with Keep the Lakes Great. Beach cleanup today at Huntington Beach and Bay Village. Stay tuned. More to come after this.
If you're looking to move out of your parents' place, you could really cut expenses by bundling your car and renter's insurance with Progressive, which is good because your little brother has gotten really territorial. You're blood related. You'd think it would be fine to share food in the fridge. Who writes their name on every individually wrapped slice of cheese, Tyler? Still, you've got to admire the commitment. So bundle your renter's and car insurance with Progressive and use the savings to help you move out and have all the cheese you want. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company coverage provided and serviced by affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states.
Hey, Guardians fans, looking for one thing that doesn't require a lot of effort to get a big payoff? Look no further than Sugardale. Whether it's perfectly smoked bacon, a juicy ham, or mouth-watering hot dog that gives those stadium vibes, Sugardale's done the hard work for you. They know anything worth doing is worth doing right. So Sugardale expertly smokes, seasons, and cures their meats right here in Northeast Ohio. It's simple. Just head to your local grocer, reach for the package with the red oval, and leave the hard work to Sugardale.
Febreze. So my home is also my office. And before I can focus, every room's gotta be clean. That means tidying up, then spraying my Febreze Air Mist. Ooh, that's fresh. Febreze Air Mist scents are all high quality. They fight any weird funk, and they give my air an instant boost of freshness. So not only does my home smell good, I feel good too. After I Febreze, it's time to start my day.
Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la.
Don't let spring allergies make you miserable. Try the quick, drug-free solution trusted by over 4 million people. Navage. Only Navage uses suction to flush out your sinuses using refreshing saline, helping you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. And here's even better news. Navage is now available at your local Sam's Club in a great new value pack. It's everything you need to start breathing better immediately at Sam's guaranteed best price. Navage. Navage. Breathe easy.
Welcome back to the Bet365 Guardians warm-up show. Guardians getting ready to take on the Tigers in the first of a 4-game series here at Progressive Field. Yesterday in Akron, Matthew Boyd, the lefty who was signed to a free agent contract about a month ago, continues his way back from Tommy John surgery, and he pitched 4 innings yesterday down at Akron, allowed a run on 4 hits, threw 52 pitches, 41 for strikes, and afterward he talked about his performance.
Feels good. It was a good outing. Felt good out there, and it was a good day.
How close do you feel like you are to being ready to be back up in the big leagues? You know what's next for you? Any kind of timetable?
Oh man, I'll pitch in 5 days. We'll figure out where that's going to be. Again, decisions. Power's bigger than me, but all in all, it was fun to be part of this ball club today. Cody.
Well, the watch is on for Matthew Boyd as he continues his rehab assignment, and that will be exciting when he's ready to go in big league games. Stay tuned. When we come back, Tom Hamilton checks in with manager Stephen Vogt as we continue on the Cleveland Clinic Guardians Radio Network.
Hey Guards fans, if the Guardians win today's game, remember to stop by your local Northeast Ohio Wendy's for a free small Frosty with no purchase required. Whether cheering on the team from the ballpark or your couch, Wendy's Classic Chocolate Frosty is the perfect post-game treat. It's thick enough to use a spoon, smooth enough to use a straw, and perfect when enjoyed on the end of a fry. This offer is valid post-win through the next day at all participating Northeast Ohio Wendy's locations.
Every enterprise needs a reliable, high-performing network that can scale as needs change. That's why Everstream is expanding our business-only fiber network in the area. Our Ethernet, dedicated internet access, and dark fiber services deliver capacity up to 100 gigs. With class-leading low latency, no-charge bandwidth bursting, and direct peering to the cloud apps you use most. Don't settle for the telecom status quo. Choose a partner that's raising the bar for business connectivity. Visit Everstream.net today.
Giorgio's Pizza, locally owned and operated for nearly 25 years, serves up the best pies in the CLE. For all fans who check in at today's game using the MLB Ballpark app, if the Guardians score the first run, you get a free order of breadsticks with any online order. Giorgio's Pizza, locally owned, Cleveland proud.
Nothing goes better with America's favorite pastime than a clear sunny day and a crisp and refreshing major lager from the brew kettle. With a crisp taste, a slight bite of American hops, a clean and refreshing finish, the brew kettle's major lager fits in right beside peanuts, pretzels, and hot dogs as the perfect companion on game day. Pick yourself up a major lager from the brew kettle at Progressive Field and enjoy the official game day beer of Cleveland baseball while enjoying the greatest pastime that America has to offer.
Mitchell's Ice Cream, handcrafting ice cream for Cleveland since 1999. Made in our Ohio City kitchen using fresh ingredients from Northeast Ohio family farms and exceptional organic and fair trade ingredients from around the world. Stop into a Mitchell's or find us at your local grocer. More at mitchellshomemade.com.
Hi again, everybody. With Cleveland manager Stephen Vogt, this Tom Hamilton. Welcome to the Manager Show. Cleveland and Detroit open up a 4-game series, and let's see, knuckleballer to start the second half, which we never see anymore, then Dylan Cease, and then Michael King.
Hey, what's wrong with your ball club?
Yeah, we ran into quite the buzzsaw over the weekend with the Padres pitching, and those were three very good performances. We were fortunate to get that first one with that, adding on their bullpen, but man, were those guys good. And and on our side, we didn't play bad baseball. We just got beat.
Well, then you get Tarek Skubal tonight, so it's not like you're catching a break.
There are no breaks in the big leagues. There really aren't. Every single person that takes the ball up here is really good, and with Cease, King, and now Skubal, it's a pretty tough 3-day stretch. But you know what? Our guys are resilient. I really like the way we go about our business, and whether we win 3, lose 3, win 2, lose 2, we're not going to change who we are, and that's where we're going to come out expecting to win tonight.
Well, you talk about not change who you are. Do you see any trends here where guys maybe are trying to do too much?
You always see that when you're struggling to score runs, whether it be for 1 game, 2 games, or like the case this weekend, we got really 1 hit over the course of 15 innings, and you start to see guys try to overswing a little bit, but that's human nature. Every team goes through that. Every player goes through that. And for our guys, it's get back to being yourself. Go up there, take your at bat. You don't have to go 2 for 1 in this at bat. You can't do it. It's impossible. And so for us, it's continue to have good at bats, get the ball up in the zone, and stay in the middle of the field.
What has made Skubal take that next step in your mind?
I really don't know. I've never seen him pitch. This is the first time I'm going to get to see him pitch tonight. Hopefully it doesn't go well for him, but I think it's just the pitch mix, it's the velocity, but everything comes down to command and throwing strikes, and he's a strike thrower.
On the other side of the coin, you're getting pretty good starting pitching. I mean, Ben Lively gave it to you again yesterday. Carlos Carrasco tonight has been, he's going to give you 5 innings, sometimes 6.
Yeah, our starting pitching has been getting better, and they have been getting deeper into games. We're still going to have our times, just like every team, where it doesn't go perfectly, and but for us, we're playing good baseball. Just because you're losing games or because your record may not be as beautiful in the last 10 games as you would have wanted it to, we're not playing bad baseball. We're getting beat at times, but for us, there's little things we need to clean up, and there's little things that we want to be doing better, and that's the case with us all the time. We're always trying to get better.
What are some of the things you'd like to get better at?
I just think, for us, it's continuing to throw more strikes. I think for us, it's efficiency of our pitching, and it's quality at bats. I think we've gotten away from some of the quality at bats that we've had in the past, and again, we've made some defensive miscues lately that we usually don't make. So, those are little things that we need to clean up. We've talked about the little things since spring training, and we've done those really well for the majority of the year. And the last couple weeks, they've gotten away from us a little bit.
Boy, we've seen in the game, and you obviously know this, but a month ago, Seattle was, I wonder who they'll get in the first round of the playoffs. They had a 10-game lead over Houston. They're no longer in first place. 2 weeks ago, Detroit looked like another long year. Now all of a sudden they've gone 10-3. It's amazing what 1 or 2 weeks can do in this game.
That's why you play 162. That's why we say one day at a time. That's why you can't get caught up in where you are in the standings today. It's fun. It's fun when you're at the top of the division, but we got a long way to go. There's a lot of baseball left, and you see it. There's storylines like that all year in every division, all across the game. That's why you play 162 games, and that's why our game is the most beautiful game out there.
Cleveland manager Stephen Vogt, Tom Hamilton inviting you to stay tuned. Cleveland and the Tigers next on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
We want the best for our pets, and Pet NC Natural Care Pet Wellness Products is that brand you can trust to give our pets the support they need to stay healthy. Pet NC has partnered with Discount Drug Mart's Pro Points program to bring you a wide variety of pet supplements and wellness products to meet your pet's specific needs. Using clinically developed formulas, 21st Century has been manufacturing premium pet health and wellness products for over 15 years, only at Discount Drug Mart.
You'll find everything you need.
David Fry, the hitter. The pitch. A swing and a high drive. Way out of here for Fry. He's come through again.
Your Cleveland Guardians battle the Detroit Tigers in a 4-game set July 22nd through the 25th. Get a district ticket presented by Miller Lite and catch a game from Progressive Field's drink rails for just $15. And the offer even includes your first drink. Summer baseball doesn't get any better than this. Get your district tickets now at CLEGuardians.com.
2 guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same 2 guys drove home. One guy wore a seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Have you just taken advantage of the crazy housing market and sold your house? Need to move locally or across the country? Or maybe you need storage until you find a new home or building. Andrews Moving and Storage can help. For over 100 years, Andrews has provided the most professional and reliable residential and commercial moving and storage services in Northeast Ohio. Andrews is family owned and operated, not a franchise and not an internet broker. They hire only the best people, trained the right way, who make their careers as professional movers. If you want the best to care for your move, visit andrewsmoving.com for a free, no obligation quote.
Welcome back to the Bet365 Guardians warm-up show. Time for the pitching matchup as we get you ready for Game 1 of this 4-game series between the Guardians and the Detroit Tigers. It's Tarek Skubal on the mound for Detroit, 10-3 on the season, an ERA of 2.41. That's after 19 starts. He's been one of the best in the game. In his career against Cleveland, 1-2 after 7 starts, an ERA of 3.89. He'll be opposed by Carlos Carrasco, 3-7 on the year, an ERA of 5.02. That's after 17 starts. He's faced the Tigers 31 times in his major league career with 12 wins and an earned run average of 3.56, but he has not faced Detroit since the 2020 season. That's your pitching matchup, and that'll do it for Guardians warm-up. Stay tuned. We have the starting lineups and the first pitch coming your way next.
The Guardians Warm-Up Show has been brought to you by Bet365. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary. By Cleveland Clinic Children's, nationally ranked and locally trusted children's hospital with hands you trust. By Progressive. For a job you'll love, visit progressive.com/careers. Also brought to you by Discount Drug Mart, the official drugstore of the Cleveland Guardians. By Valley Automotive Group. Shop every location now at valleysuperstore.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by the authority of the Cleveland Guardians Baseball Company and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without expressed written consent of the Cleveland Guardians.
If you're looking for a new couch, you could cut down on expenses by bundling your car and renter's insurance with Progressive. Because you know you've had this couch for too long. Sure, you've had good times together, but a ripped-up cushion is not a fond memory. It's a sign. Notice how other people have couches with 2 armrests? Now that's living, right? No, it's just normal. So bundle your renters and car insurance with Progressive and put the savings toward a new couch. Please, it's time. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company coverage provided and serviced by affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states.
At Bet365, we don't do ordinary. We believe that every sport should be epic. From the moments that are legendary to the ones that fly under the radar. See for yourself, Guardians fans, when you sign up today and get $150 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. So whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Bet365, the official sports betting partner of the Cleveland Guardians. 21 plus only, must be present in Ohio. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply.
From all over the world, people turn to Cleveland Clinic for our expertise and our compassionate care. As leaders in heart, neurology, and cancer, the future of specialty care is happening right now at Cleveland Clinic. For every life-saving treatment, for every next step, for every care in the world, Cleveland Clinic.
You are the co-pilot. You go by many names, and Marathon knows how important you are to your team. You are the carpool driver, the assistant coach, keeper of the shoulder pads, the knee pads, and the helmets. The back of your car looks like a sporting goods store. You are the top dog at the tailgate. The ride there, the ride home, and in between, you are the biggest fan. This season and every season, Marathon is proud to fuel you and your team because we're driven together.
News, talk, sports. This is WTAM 1100, Cleveland, home of the Cavaliers and Guardians, an iHeartRadio station.
And here we go again. Guardians have to go back to work.
This group is special. These guys, they want to win.
Find
way to win every day.
Every day is the most important day you have.
We're going out there, we're playing hard, and we're trying to win ball games.
We as a group really just try to help each other.
Different guys are stepping up every single night.
A different hero or heroes each and every day.
And that's the mark of a deep team.
We have a great team here, great camaraderie here.
It's just a good recipe for success. This team's going to be really dangerous.
Folks, strap yourselves in. Cleveland Guardians Baseball is brought to you by Cleveland Clinic, proud to be the official healthcare provider of the Cleveland Guardians. By Progressive, bundle home and auto and save at progressive.com. By Dollar Bank, proud banking partner of the Cleveland Guardians. By Marathon, join Marathon Rewards today and start earning on every fill-up.
Good evening once again, everyone. Welcome back to Progressive Field, downtown Cleveland. Guardians and Detroit Tigers getting ready for Game 1 of this 4-game series. Time now for the starting lineups. First for Detroit and their manager, A.J. Hinch. Leading things off, Matt Vierling, the third baseman. Colt Keith at second base, bats second. Justin Henry Malloy, the designated hitter, bats third. Riley Green is in center field batting cleanup. Mark Canna in left field hits fifth. Winsell Perez, the right fielder, bats sixth. Gio Urshela at first base will hit seventh. Javier Baez, the shortstop, bats eighth. And Jake Rogers is doing the catching, batting ninth. On the mound, lefty Tarek Skubal. Now on the other side for the Guardians and manager Stephen Vogt, leading things off, Stephen Kwan, the left fielder. And as the leadoff batter, he's presented by Global Transport. If Kwan picks up a base hit to open the bottom of the first inning, Global Transport makes a donation to Cleveland Guardians charities. Angel Martinez, the center fielder, bats second. Jose Ramirez at third base will bat third with Josh Naylor, the first baseman, batting cleanup. David Fry, the designated hitter, bats fifth. John Kinsey Noel in right field hits sixth. Tyler Freeman, the second baseman, bats seventh. Brian Rocchio at shortstop will hit eighth. And Austin Hedges does the catching and bats ninth. On the mound tonight for the Guardians, right-hander Carlos Carrasco. Those are your starting lineups. Now stay tuned when we return. Tom Hamilton has tonight's first pitch on the Cleveland Clinic Guardians Radio Network.
Cleveland Guardians Baseball, also brought to you by Discount Drug Mart, the official drugstore of the Cleveland Guardians. By Conrad's Tire Express and Total Car Care, your number one choice for tires, maintenance, and repairs. By Uncle Charlie's, official sausage of the Cleveland Guardians, and your next barbecue.
August 3rd is Trading Card Day, and Topps would like to celebrate with you. Visit your participating local hobby shop to receive a pack of cards, plus receive a special card if you purchase $10 or more of Topps products while supplies last. Post your packs on social media using the hashtag MyToppsHit and follow along with @Topps. Visit Topps.com for more information.
Tee up at Menekiki or Sleepy Hollow, two of the top public golf courses in Ohio. Explore the Rocky River Valley at Big Met, or take on the sloping terrain at Ironwood. Cleveland Metro Park's Emerald Necklace has 9 pristine golf courses surrounded by scenic beauty for you to explore. Book your tee time at clevelandmetroparks.com/golf. Your time, your place. Cleveland Metro Parks.
Okay, we're rolling on Ohio's 529 plan. Take one.
With just $25 million.
What millions? There's no millions.
I see.
Take two.
With just $25,000.
No thousands, no hundreds. It's just 25.
That's not a typo.
It's not, no.
With just $25, you can start Ohio's 529 plan at collegeadvantage.com. Are you sure?
Yeah, very sure. I'm very sure.
I thought it would be more.
Bob Feller, Hall of Fame pitcher and Chief Petty Officer in the U.S. Navy, answered the call of duty when our nation was under attack following the bombing of Pearl Harbor. His World War II legacy lives on through the Bob Feller Act of Valor Foundation, which recognizes, honors, and supports our service members and their families through educational and health and wellness programs. To learn more, visit actofvaloraward.org and on Twitter @ActOfValorAward.
Cleveland's news, talk, and sports on WTAM 1100 and on 106.9 FM.
From Progressive Field in downtown Cleveland, Ohio, it is game number 99. Tonight, the Cleveland Guardians and the Detroit Tigers play in game one of what will be a 4-game series. And for Cleveland and Detroit, they are going to play each other 6 times in the next week and a half, and then they're done playing each other here in 2024. Hi again, everybody. Tom Hamilton, Jim Rosenhaus, Brian Motze, ready to bring you Major League Baseball on what has become an overcast night here in downtown Cleveland. We've got milder temperatures and just a whisper of a breeze that won't be any kind of a factor here tonight. And the cloud covers certainly will make it a lot easier for the hitters here in these innings in which shadows can be prevalent. No shadows here tonight. Cleveland still the leaders of the pack, as the Guardians are 59-39. They still have a 5-game lead over now 2 teams. Kansas City, red hot again, has tied Minnesota for second place, 2 games in back of Cleveland. Detroit, on the other hand, 11 games out, 49-51. They're in 4th place in the division. But the Tigers have been playing their best baseball of the season here over the last 2 weeks. They're still very much on the outside looking in regards to the wild card chase, but we're still talking about, 2 months of baseball left to be played here in the regular season. And boy, one thing we have learned is don't count out any team. A month ago, the Seattle Mariners were running away with the American League Western Division title. Now, their 10-game lead is gone, and the Houston Astros have tied the Seattle Mariners for first place in the American League West. And, oh, yeah, remember the New York Yankees were the best team in baseball since the 1927 Yankees? Or at least that's what they were saying in the Bronx. Not anymore, folks. They have been one of baseball's worst teams now for about a 3-week stretch. And all of a sudden, New York is 2 games in back of Baltimore in the East. The bottom line is, in this crazy game of baseball, you play 6 months for a reason. One, it'll expose any wart that your ball club will have. And that's why, after 6 months, it's only the best teams that survive. And also, it's a game of ebb and flows. If you can't handle a couple of tough weeks of baseball, well, you're not going to survive. And that's what Cleveland has gone through here as of late. Meanwhile, Detroit's on the other end of it. And now 6 mighty important games between these 2 ball clubs for this week in Cleveland. And then next Monday and Tuesday, we will be in Detroit for the final 2 meetings of the year between these 2 ball clubs. And ironically, we're in Detroit next Tuesday. That's the trading deadline, although we'll be playing a day game. But the trading deadline will be 6 o'clock next Tuesday night, Eastern Time. All righty. The umpiring crew for this game tonight, we're going to have different umpires here throughout this series. Alex Tosi's behind the plate. Dan Bellino, the crew chief, at first. Jeremy Riggs at second. Tony Randanzo is at third. 37-year-old Carlos Carrasco on the mound. 6'4", 219. Fastball, sinker, cutter, curve, slider, and he's got that split change. He'll face the Detroit Tigers for the first time in 4 years. Matt Vierling steps in, the set, and tonight's first pitch and it's in there, a strike, and we're underway at the corner of Carnegie and Ontario. 76 degrees, the game time temperature under overcast skies. Right-hander against right-hander. The next offering is swung on, fouled out of play to the right, into the club seats, and quickly 2 strikes. For Carlos Carrasco, his first start since the All-Star break. He is pitching with 9 days rest. That's more than double the norm. Now the 0-2, and it's way outside 1-2. This is Carlos Carrasco's 32nd career outing against Detroit. 12-9 lifetime, 3.56 lifetime ERA, facing Detroit for the first time since 2020. Now the pitch dips low, a changeup, and they count 2-2. Vierling batting .251, a dozen homers, 41 RBIs, right-handed hitter who's played with Detroit and Philadelphia. Carrasco never uses the windup, the pitch, and it's down and away, and he's gone from an 0-2 count to a 3-2 count. Cleveland wearing their City Connect jerseys tonight as Carrasco, the high hold and payoff, swung on, hit a ton. Deep left center field, and playing it off the wall is Stephen Kwan. On his way to second, sliding in with a double, is Matt Vierling. So he's got a 16th double, and he hit that one halfway up the 19-foot wall in left center. And the Tigers have a man at second base. Nobody out here in the first inning, and here's Colt Keith. He's been swinging it well. Colt Keith, left-handed hitter, batting .251, 9 homers, 37 RBIs. He doesn't turn 23 until the middle of next month. The set and the pitch, and it's on the outside corner, a strike. Stephen Kwan in left, Angel Martinez in center, John Kenzie Noel in right, Josh Naylor at first, Tyler Freeman back on the dirt at second, Brian Rocchio at short, Jose Ramirez at third, Austin Hedges catching. Keith taps one foul, and for the second hitter in a row, Carrasco gets ahead in the count 0-2. Tigers took 3 out of 4 from Cleveland before the All-Star break. And Detroit now 4-3 against Cleveland here in 2024. The pitch, and it's down and in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Colt Keith, 5th round pick out of high school in 2020. At that time, he was going to high school in Biloxi, Mississippi. Now the 1-2. A swing and a long drive to center. Back goes Martinez. He'll grab it. Tagging and heading to third is Vierling, and a quality at bat for Colt Keith as he moves the runner to third with a fairly deep drive to center. 1 down. Runner at third. Let's see how Cleveland plays the infield for the number 3 hitter tonight, Justin Henry Malloy. Justin Henry Malloy has been swinging it well lately. He had a grand slam yesterday in a losing effort in Toronto. And Cleveland elects to play the infield in. Runner at third, 1 out. No score yet. Malloy takes down and in, ball 1. Malloy, over the last 2 weeks, hitting .318, and in those 14 games, he has knocked 4 home runs out of the yard. He looks at a called strike on a slider. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at third, infield in. 1 out, no score. Top of the first from downtown Cleveland. Now the 1-1. A swing and a long one to left. You can forget about it. 2-0 Detroit as it lands in the bleachers. So Justin Henry Malloy now 5 home runs in his last 15 games. And the Tigers are smoking the ball off Carlos Carrasco. And they have maybe baseball's best pitcher on the mound tonight. Certainly an American League Cy Young strong contender in Tarek Skubal. And now it's already 2-0. And I mean to tell you, that ball was hammered to the bleachers and left. So here's Riley Green, the left-handed hitting center fielder. 2-0 Detroit. We're in inning number 1. 1 out, bases empty. Riley Green, another hot hitter for the Tigers. The pitch, and he taps it weakly to first. Routine bounce handled by Naylor. Flips underhand to the pitcher Carrasco. 2 down. Carrasco's now given up 15 home runs this year in 18 starts. Carlos Carrasco, a record of 3-7, earned run average 502. He's been averaging 5 innings to start. He averages 7 strikeouts, 3 walks per 9 innings. Here's Mark Canha, the veteran left fielder, batting right-handed. Canha, 229 mark, 7 homers, 36 RBIs. He sends one up in the air, foul right underneath us. Strike 1. 2-0. Tigers have the lead on the 2-run blast to left by Riley Green. Carrasco, the set in the pitch, and he missed underneath the arms, and the count 1 ball, 1 strike. Detroit comes in here 8th in the American League in runs scored, under 4.5 runs a game. 10th in the league in homers, 13th in the league in steals, 12th in the league in OPS. Carrasco misses in again, ball 2, 2-1. But they've played well against Cleveland, and they lead 2-0 here in the first with 2 outs and the bases empty. Carrasco's ready. Here it comes. And a check swing foul at the plate. And the count 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on, 2-0 Detroit. Canha's played as if he were a left-handed pull hitter in the Cleveland outfield. Everybody around toward right. The pitch to him, and he fists it back foul, still a 2-2 count. Well, the Cleveland Guardians are proud to partner with Cleveland Cliffs. That's America's iron and steel leader. To learn more, visit cliffsteel.com. Carrasco with a 2-2. And it's high and wide, full count. So 20 pitches here into the first inning for Carlos Carrasco. 2-0 Detroit, and a full count on Mark Canha with 2 down, and the base is empty. Canha had a career year with Oakland in 2019 when he had 26 homers and a .913 OPS. He's never come close to matching that. The pitch to him, and he cuts and misses, got him with a slider. But the 2-run blast to left by Justin Henry Malloy has given Detroit a 2-0 lead with Cleveland coming down.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
An offense that was freshly vandalized by a pack of unruly teens. It's also around-the-clock protection when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, which can help keep the American dream of home ownership alive and kicking. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
The Bloom Daddy Show. People want it. Tomorrow afternoon at 3. We will continue giving it to you on WTAM 1100.
Tarek Skubal delivers. Stephen Kwan takes a strike. 2-0 Detroit. Bottom of the first inning, and Tarek Skubal, one of the top contenders for the American League Cy Young Award, the kick and delivery, and it's waved at 0-2, 96 miles an hour. Skubal, fastball, sinker, curve, slider, change. He's mid to upper 90s with the hard stuff. Works third base side of the rubber, the pitch, and it's fouled back. Tarek Skubal, 6'3", 215, 27 years of age. First time he's faced Cleveland this year. His 8th career start against Cleveland. 1-2 lifetime with a 3.89 ERA. The pitch, outside. Skubal is old school. He's got that big windup, the high leg kick. He doesn't have that hybrid windup. He's got the old-fashioned windup. Into the motion. Here it comes. And it's swung on, grounded up the middle. To his right with a backhand is Keith. Gloves and throws out Kwan. Kwan now has got himself a batting race. Looked like he was walking away with the American League batting title, but he's only 9 points ahead of Bobby Witt Jr. As Stephen Kwan now batting .346. Here's Angel Martinez. All right-handed hitting lineup except Kwan and Naylor. Martinez, the switch hitter in center, takes high and wide, ball one. Skubal works quickly. The 1-0 pitch. And it's in there, called strike. That'll even the count at 1-1. Skubal gets the ball back, and he's almost immediately into his delivery. The pitch, and Martinez pops one up. Third baseman Matt Vierling through the coaching box will put it away. And so that is quickly 2 outs. Here's Jose Ramirez. Mark Canna in left, Riley Green in center, Winsell Perez in right, Gio Urshela at first, Colt Keith at second, Javi Baez at short, Matt Vierling at third, and Jake Rogers catching. This is Skubal's first appearance since the All-Star game Tuesday night. Jose Ramirez batting right-handed, leans back from ball one. And Skubal gave up 2 runs on 2 hits. Here's the pitch, and it's in there, a strike. In his last outing against the Dodgers 10 days ago, he gave up the 2 runs on 2 hits, had 8 strikeouts in 6 innings against L.A. He delivers, and it is in there, called strike 1 and 2. In the All-Star game, he pitched a perfect second inning. His first All-Star game, he delivers, and Jose Ramirez on the 1-2 pitch swings and floats one into center. Riley Green in and toward right center to make the catch. 12-pitch inning for Tarek Skubal, and it's 2-0 Detroit after 1 on the Cleveland.
Mobile.io. Park Mobile, a smarter way to park.
Hi, it's Bill Wills, leadoff hitter. Your answer with pair of Guardians tickets after 8:30 tomorrow morning, WTAM 1100.
Well, it's 2-0. The Tigers have the early lead. As we go to the second inning, Carlos Carrasco will be facing 6, 7, and 8 in manager A.J. Hinch's lineup. The left-handed hitting Winsel Perez, switch hitter batting left-handed, takes down and in ball one. Switch hitter playing in right field, batting .258, 6 homers and knocked in 24. Carrasco the set, the high hold, and the pitch is wide. Ball 2, 2-0. The next delivery, and it's swung on, grounded in the hole and into right field. A base hit for Perez. So, third Tiger hit. Tigers playing with a great deal of confidence. They have gone 10-3 over the last 2 weeks. And they've gotten themselves to within 2 games of 500. Here's Giovanni Urshela, the former Cleveland Indian. The right-handed batter at first takes outside a ball. Outfield again playing Urshela as if he were a left-handed pull hitter. Carrasco, the 1-0. Leans him back, ball 2, 2-0. Well, if Cleveland has a 4-run inning in any of the first 4 innings, then we will see Stephanie Swain of Wadsworth get 4 Bridgestone tires from the good folks at Conrad's. Now the 2-0, high, 3-0. All contestants get an ultimate car wash from Blue Falls Car Wash. So good luck to Stephanie Swain of Wadsworth, the Conrads. Score 4, win 4, new tires. Now the 3-0 pitch. Urshela takes a strike in the inside corner, jump back, but it caught the corner. 3-1 the count. Now the set. Now the throw over and back with the dive is Perez. He's one of the few Tigers that will run. He has 7 steals this year. Carrasco's ready. Here it comes. A swing and a fly ball to right. Near the line, John Kenzie Noel. Foul ground near the stands. It's off the netting. That's that extended netting now that goes down close to the right and left field corners. Full count. Marathon knows you fans are the true co-pilot of any team, and Marathon is here to keep you and your team fueled all summer long. Marathon, driven together. Payoff pitch. Throw over to first and close, but back with the dive is Perez. Second time Carrasco's thrown over there, so Perez is going to be able to get himself pretty good lead and jump here if he wants to go. On this 3-2 pitch, nobody out in the second, 2-0 Detroit. The pitch, runner goes, pitch swung on, roller back up the middle, hit the mound. Caroms to the shortstop. Barocchio. His only play is at first. Perez got a good jump. He's in at second. Urshela grounds out. Here's Javi Baez. Now, we talked about him before the All-Star break. This contract is an anchor around the Tigers' neck. Javi Baez is signed up through 2027. The pitch, and it's down and away, ball 1. And Baez is batting $177 with 1 home run and 25 RBIs. Right-hander against right-hander. The set in the pitch, high and wide, 2-0. That's $23 million a year that Javi Baez is making. And he'll make it again next year, the year after, and the year after that. The 2-0 pitch, Swing and a miss. That's the thing he's never been able to do, is control the strike zone. He just chases a lot. That pitch was wide. Instead of the count 3-0, it's 2-1. Chased a slider. The pitch to him. Swing and a weak chopper to third. Charged by Ramirez. Holds the runner. Throws to first. Posey does such a great job. The runner, Perez, dove back into second. There was no play on him, but good job by Hosey. And Baez out number 2. And here's Jake Rogers, the catcher. Here's another mulligan, the wish the Tigers had back, because they didn't get a whole lot for Justin Verlander. The pitch fouled at the plate. Rogers hitting .204, 7 homers, 20 RBIs. He, Franklin Perez, and Daz Cameron came in that deadline deal just before midnight. July 31st of 2017 for Justin Verlander with Houston. The pitch hangs inside, 1-1. But that's the old regime. New regime now in Detroit. But they've got to live with some of these past mistakes. Now the 1-1 pitch. Down low, 2-1. And by no means am I saying Jake Rogers is a mistake. He's a solid catcher. Well, when you trade a Hall of Famer in Justin Verlander, you expect to get more than just one guy that's still with your ball club. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swung on a looping liner to center. Coming on is Martinez, dives, the ball skips by him. In to score Perez. Into second Rogers. Martinez has to go out and get it. Falls down. Rogers hits third. He's being waved home. Relay throw to the plate. Slide, tag, got him! Oh, he's called safe! It sure looked like Hedges got the tag on the head first sliding Rogers. We'll see if Cleveland challenges the call at the plate. What a bizarre play, and Cleveland will challenge the call. A sinking liner to center field. Martinez dove, didn't catch it, didn't stop the ball, went back to get it, then his feet went out from under him, and when he fell down, the Tigers waved around Rogers, who tried to get a inside the park home run, but sure looked like with the naked eye that Rogers had been tagged out at the plate by Austin Hedges, but we'll see what they say in New York. For sure, Detroit has 1 run and now lead 3-0. The question will be, is the call overturned at the plate, or is it 4-0 Detroit? And we've seen a multitude of replays. Sure looked like he was out, but we'll wait and see what New York says. Bottom line is, Detroit now has a 3-0 lead regardless of the outcome, because that run will count regardless of the call. The question is it 3-0 and the inning's over? Is it 4-0 and the inning continues for Detroit? But another rough start here for Cleveland on this homestand following the All-Star break. They lost 2 out of 3 to San Diego. And Cleveland only scored 1 run and only had 3 hits in the last 2 games against San Diego. And now you're facing Tarek Skubal tonight. And it's already at least 3-0 Detroit, potentially 4-0. And here's the call from New York.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. The runner is safe. Cleveland will lose its challenge.
Wow. Tell again. They're going to call that a triple and an error on Martinez because his feet went out from under him. I'm sure that'll get overturned. 4-0 Detroit. If your feet go out from under you, how is that any different than losing a ball in the sun? But the bottom line is it's 4-0 Detroit, 2 down. Top of the order here is Matt Vierling, doubled and scored. 4-0 Tigers, second inning, the pitch, and it's down low, ball 1. And boy, oh boy, has Cleveland dug itself a chasm tonight. because of who they're facing in Tarek Skubal. Now the 1-0 pitch, swing and a pop foul back and out of play. 1-1. I give up on these replays and what New York is going to call.
Well, it sure looked like Hedges got the tag there in time, but maybe there's another angle they saw. I don't know.
Now the 1-1, a swing and a foul upstairs, 1-2, or maybe the deli they're at didn't have really good views.
I thought it was the New York pizza they were enjoying.
Nah, not when you're in New York. You got to have deli. New York delis do not have processed meat. They have real meat.
Yes, and they stack it high.
Here's the set by Carrasco. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a little looping liner to right, twisting toward the line. Fair ball! Retrieved and foul ground by Noel, and a single the other way for Vierling. Boy, everything's falling for Detroit here in the first 2 innings. 4-0 Tigers. Here comes pitching coach Carl Willis. A runner at first with 2 down for Colt Keith, as the Tigers already with 5 hits in this ball game. And this is obviously more than just a rough patch for Cleveland, because this started well before the All-Star break. But this is also part of baseball. You've got to be able to survive this. And as Stephen Vogt said on the pregame show tonight, it's not that the club's been playing bad baseball. They've gotten away from a few things. One, they need to throw more strikes. Secondly, the hitters need to just focus on quality at bats, not try and do too much. But not a lack of effort. It's not mental mistakes. It's just a bad spot right now.
And really the first time this season where they've gone through an extended stretch where they're struggling offensively, and that puts some pressure on other areas that it's hard to overcome sometimes.
Here's Colt Keith, the left-handed hitting second baseman. Drives one to deep right, down the line, but foul. Wow. Well, you won't see any panic with this ball club. But obviously now you've got Kansas City and Minnesota going, holy smokes. We're a week away from flipping the script. So you want to nip this as soon as you can. 4-0 Tigers, runner at first, 2 down. Keith flied out his first time. Keith takes an outside corner strike on a backdoor slider, 0-2. Well, folks, if you thought winning a division title would be a walk in the park, you're badly mistaken. It never is. It never will be. Toughest thing to do in sports. The pitch, swing and a liner to left field. Back and toward the line as Kwan reaches out, snags it on a basket catch to retire Keith and the Tigers, who now lead the Guardians 4-0 in the middle of inning number 2.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Window World showroom near you.
News, talk,
sports. This is WTAM 1100, Cleveland, home of the Cavaliers and Guardians, an iHeartRadio station.
4-0. Detroit on top. Tarek Skubal to face cleanup hitter Josh Naylor. The wind and delivery. And it's swung on. Tapper by the mound, near second. Stepping on the bag is the shortstop Baez, and then he threw to first. You can never get enough practice. Naylor is out number one. That'll bring up the DH, David Fry, hitting .286, 8 homers, 34 RBIs. Check out the adventurous new Toyota RAV4. It's at your Northern Ohio Toyota dealer. It's America's best-selling SUV. For all Toyota offers, go to Toyota.com. Fry takes high, ball one. Guardians need a bust-out inning. 4-0 Detroit. The kick and delivery. Fry takes a fastball strike. Tarek Skubal, 10-3 with a 2.41 ERA, 20th start, no complete games, 6 innings to start. The pitch sliced foul to the right by Fry, a 1-2 count. Skubal is giving up 6 base hits per 9 innings. That translates into a 190 batting average against him. Now the 1-2. Down low, went with a slider, 2-2. He averages 11 strikeouts and 2 walks per 9 innings. I mean, his numbers, right now, you look at him, Corbin Burns, and Seth Lugo as the top starters in the league. The pitch inside, full count. Skubal is third in the American League in batting average against, 190, third in strikeouts, third in earned run average, third in wins. The pitch, swinging a little looping liner to the left, base hit near the line. Charging it is Canna. Fry holds with a single, and Cleveland's got its first hit of the night, and that's only 4 hits for Cleveland in the last 3 games. The other thing, too, of Skubal, the number that really jumps out at you is whip. That's a combination of base runners basically getting on either with a base hit or a walk. His whip is 0.88. That's less than 1 base runner an inning. That is second best in the American League. John Kenzie Noel backs away from a pitch down and in, ball 1. Noel batting .250, 4 homers, 7 RBIs. Skubal from the set, third base side of the rubber, hands belt high. He lets it fly, and it's downstairs, 2-0. Well, it's not that Skubal can't be beaten. It's just it doesn't happen very often, that's all. He's ready. He looks, delivers. Noel fouling it back, 2-1 the count. Well, and this has been coming for a few years now. Now that he's healthy, he's recovered from the Tommy John surgery. So he's part of that graduating class. Skubal, the 2-1 pitch. Inside, 3-1. You always wonder, does he have a tendency to have another one down the road? Seems like so many guys now are having 2 Tommy Johns in their career. The pitch up high, called a strike. Full count. A lot of organizations, it's almost like an actuary with an insurance company looking at the numbers and whatnot, but a lot of teams or organizations figure they'll get 7 to 8 good years from a guy after they've recovered from Tommy John surgery before they might need another. The pitch, fouled back by Noel. Now, he had his Tommy John surgery his sophomore year in college. That was 2016. He also was out 3 months last year with an elbow strain, and he had flexor tendon surgery in 2022. The payoff, swings and fouls one back and out of play. Still a full count on Noel. That's why there are some people that wonder, will Detroit consider a blockbuster trade? It would have to be a trade that knocks the Tigers off their feet. But might they do that with a guy like Skubal? The payoff Down low, he walked him. So Fry to second, John Kenzie Noel, a terrific at bat. First walk heads to first. It's the old yin and yang. Scott Boras is Tarek Skubal's agent. So, you know, he's not signing an extension unless the kid says, yeah, I am. Then there's the Tommy John and the health factor. What does Detroit do?
If ever there was a year, though, where a team might blow them away with a deal, this might be it.
I agree. Tyler Freeman at second base, fouling it back, strike one. I mean, he's a free agent after the 26th season. It's when some of those really good draft picks that are high school kids for Detroit could be ready to really help the big league club. Will Skubal still be with Detroit? The 0-1 in there. That's a really tough balancing act for a general manager.
Especially, you put a lot of time into his development, and now you're seeing what has come of that, and that's hard to part with, I would think.
Now the 0-2. Freeman bangs one into right. That's a base hit. Fry hits third. He'll be stopped there. Bases are loaded. Well, after Naylor grounded out to start the inning, Fry singles. Noel walks. Freeman singles the other way. Bases loaded for Brian Rocchio. And here comes the pitching coach. Wonder how many times Chris Fetters had to make a visit to the mound when Tarek Skubal's on the hill. And this is where Cleveland needs to get back to being Cleveland. They don't need anyone to try to hit a grand slam. Just the old adage, keep passing the baton. Get on base, let the next guy do his thing. And Brian Rocchio will bat with the bases loaded, one down. Tigers up 4-0. And for Tarek Skubal, not many times is he in a jam like this.
The Guardians they've been searching for key hits almost since the start of July. When you look back on it, this difficult stretch, and I know pitching's so important, Hammy, but you say it all the time. You got to score runs. You got to score runs, especially in the age of the DH.
Ask Seattle. Infield back, double play depth. Rocchio batting right-handed. The pitch inside a ball. Seattle has the best rotation in baseball. They can't score any runs, and now they can't win. Bases loaded, one out, 4-0 Detroit, second inning. The next delivery, swing and a miss. Challenged him, fastball up around the letters, 1-1 the count. Rocchio, a .212 hitter, 3 homers, 19 RBIs. He's struggled right-handed, batting .171 right-handed. The pitch to him, inside corner strike, came right back with the hard stuff, 1-2 the count. Well, you've got to get something out of this inning. On deck, catcher Austin Hedges. Now the 1-2. Down low with a slider, 2-2. Well, Rocchio's lost playing time to Daniel Schneemann as Cleveland keeps looking for offense. As Stephen Vogt always says, he builds his lineup to beat that night's starter. Now the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, hit in the air to right field, twisting foul, and that's off the netting. We'll do it again at 2-2. Well, they've made Skubal work this inning. 23 pitches so far, but you've got to get something out of it. Fry at third, Noel at second, Freeman at first, 1 out, 4-0 Tigers, second inning. The 2-2 delivery to Rocchio. Strike 3 called. He looked at a fastball. Now Austin Hedges with 2 down. First strikeout for Skubal, and that was not borderline. That was no question a strike. Austin Hedges batting .141 with a homer, 9 RBIs. If you're wondering, Cleveland has hit 2 grand slams this season. The pitch. He bunts it third base side to beauty. Charged by Veerling. Clones has no play. A bunt single with the bases loaded, 2 down. Talk Talk about an intelligent play. And what a bunt by Hedges. 4-1. Cleveland now on the board. And nobody in the ballpark saw that baby coming. And have you ever seen in a Major League game a 2-out bunt single with the bases loaded? Number 10 on the RBI list for Hedges, Stephen Kwan takes high, ball 1. And might that bunt rattle Tarek Skubal a little. The set. The next delivery to Kwan. Up and in, ball 2. Fry scored from third, Noel to third, Freeman to second, Hedges at first. Stephen Kwan grounded out his first time up. Best hitter in baseball against lefties this year. The pitch to him. A swing and a pop-up. Second baseman Colt Keith in shallow right center retires Stephen Kwan. 4-1 Tigers after 2 in the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network. A swing and a drive. Gone! Stephen Kwan.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Tomorrow morning, WTAM 1100.
Heart of the order for the Tigers. Third inning, 4-1 Detroit. Carlos Carrasco to Justin Henry Malloy, and it's a strike. Malloy hit a 2-run homer to the bleachers in left back in the first. His 5th home run in the last 15 games. The next delivery, down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tigers with an interesting schedule. The pitch, outside 2-1. Before the deadline, next Tuesday at 6 o'clock, they play 9 games. 6 against Cleveland, 3 against Minnesota. Now the 2-1 in there, 2-2. So they'll obviously have a very good feel for where they stand. Tigers are in that spot too. Do they keep trading for the future, or do they try to win right now? The pitch, check swing, strike 3 called. So Malloy out looking, 1 down in third, second strikeout for Carrasco. The thing about Detroit you've got to keep in mind, and this may or may not come into play, it certainly is up to the Tigers, but they've averaged 96 losses per season since 2017. Here's Riley Green taking a strike. They haven't had a winning team since 2016. And now they're playing their best baseball. What do? Here's the set in the 0-1. Swinging a foul to the right, 0-2. I don't think anybody feels they're a playoff team right now, but if they keep winning, Do you sell yourself short?
Yeah, how long do they keep this stretch going, and are they seeing things that says it's sustainable?
The pitch. Down low, 1-2. It's sustainable when Jack Flaherty's on the mound or Tarek Skubal, but they lost Reese Olson to an injury, one of their really good young starters. Now the 1-2. Down low, 2-2. One of the Tiger people was saying tonight, how do we trade a starting pitcher? We don't have a starter for tomorrow. Tomorrow's a bullpen game for Detroit. They go away and trade somebody else like a Flaherty and potentially a Skubal. How do they finish the season? Pitch is way outside a changeup, full count. So, boy, these are tough decisions that keep people in the front office up late at night. Now the payoff pitch to Green. Got him swinging on a changeup. Carrasco's third strikeout. 2 down in the third. 4-1 Detroit. Here's Mark Canna. Everstream, Cleveland's business-only fiber network. Reliable connectivity your business deserves. Fiber, internet, Ethernet, and more. Everstream, faster fiber, better business. Mark Canna struck out his first time. The pitch to the right-handed hitter, and it's in there, strike.
You mentioned bullpen game tomorrow. They're not sure on Thursday either. So that's another hole in the rotation. So they're scrambling a little bit right now, pitching-wise.
Now the 0-1. A swing and a liner to left field. Kwan coming on toward the line. He knocks it down on the bounce. Base hit. Kept it in front of him. And that is hit number 6. Well, and the Tiger people were saying, we don't have any starting pitching in Toledo. Every ball club you talk to says, we don't have any starting pitching down below. I mean, it's an absolute dearth of pitching around Major League Baseball with all of the injuries. 2 down, runner on. Here's Wenzel Perez, switch hitter batting left-handed. Singleton scored last inning. 4-1 Tigers. The pitch, and it's in there, strike.
Now, when's the last time you saw a lineup card with 10 relievers on it, which is what the Tigers have, at least at the start of this series?
Yep. That's not good.
No.
Here's the 0-1. Outside, corner strike, snap throw to first by Hedges, not in time. You're only allowed to carry 13 pitchers. So if you have 10 in your bullpen, 10 from 13 equals 3 starters.
You're short a few days.
Here's the 0-2 delivery. Down low with a curveball, 1-2.
Terry Francona hears that. He might want to come out of retirement. 10 relievers?
Yeah.
Wow. I love that.
Now the set by Carrasco and the 1-2. Got him swinging on another good changeup. Boy, all of a sudden Carrasco found his changeup. So it's 4-1 Tigers. Middle of the third on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
of the Cleveland Guardians and everything you love.
The Boom Daddy Show, Cleveland's afternoon news, talk, and sports. Tomorrow afternoon, starting at 3. WTAM 1100.
4-1 Tigers lead it. Angel Martinez leads off the bottom of the third, and Tarek Skubal pumps one in there at 96 for strike one. Martinez fouled out to third his first time. Skubal into the windup, and here it comes. Strike two. Joseph Seltner of Middleburg Heights, tonight's Hyundai Grand Slam contestant. Cleveland needs a Grand Slam in the third, then Joseph Seltner of Middleburg Heights wins the Hyundai Santa Fe from your Northern Ohio Hyundai dealers. Visit HyundaiGrandSlam.com to enter. Martinez grounds one sharply to short. Baez gobbles it up, throws over, one down. Jose Ramirez flied out his first time up. He'll swing it right-handed. When it comes to left-handed pitching, Cleveland's been the best in baseball this year. The Guardians are 20-6 when facing a left-handed starter. Best in baseball. The pitch. Curveball is up. Big reason why is this guy. Jose Ramirez has an OPS of almost 1,100 against lefties this year. The 1-0. Waved at it, 1-1. Only Aaron Judge has been better in baseball against left-handed pitching than the switch hitting Jose Ramirez. Now the wind and the 1-1. Waved at it, good changeup, 1-2. Well, you won't face three much better starters consecutively than what Cleveland has faced in Dylan Cease, Michael King, and now Tarek Skubal. Wow. Here's the kick and the pitch. Swung on line to right, a base hit. He went out and poked a changeup the other way. Looked like he was hitting that off his front foot, but kept the hands back. And that's why Jose Ramirez is as good as it gets. That'll bring up Josh Naylor. Bounced up the middle his first time for a routine out. 4-1. Detroit leading it here in the third. One out, one on. And Cleveland has 4 hits. That's something. Skubal gives up an average of 6 hits per 9. Fastball is high, ball 1. Outfielders really spread out medium deep for Josh Naylor on this overcast 76-degree night with no breeze. Skubal hands at the belt. Lets it fly, and it's swung on, rolled up the middle. Backhanded attempt to pick it by Keith. All he did was stop it, and it stayed there. He did not field that cleanly. It was not hit hard at all. But back up the middle, and Colt Keith with the backhand knocked it down, but did not make the play in a clean lane, so Naylor gets credited with an infield hit. That'll bring up David Fry, who singled his first time up. So Cleveland, 2 on, 1 out for the second inning in a row. They're threatening against Tarek Skubal. Time is called. A pitch clock violation. That'll be ball 1. But again, Skubal hasn't pitched in the second half. The pitch, and it's inside and high in 10 days. The caveat to that is he did pitch last Tuesday night, 1 inning in the All-Star game. But maybe not quite as sharp as the norm for him. We'll see. The 2-0 to Fry. Inside corner strike, 2-1. We've talked about Skubal before. He's a great story in that he's a kid that grew up in a part of Arizona not many people even know about. Up in the northwest corner of the state. The 2-1. Strike 2 on the inside corner. Fry didn't agree. And the only school that really saw him was Seattle University. Well, the rest is history. Now the 2-2. Swinging a broken batter roller to the mound. Skubal up with it to second 1. Keith turns the inning-ending double play.
We have played 4-1 Tigers.
Summertime gives you a lot of choices.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
And cash out up to 9 chances a day every weekday to win $1,000 on WTAM 1100.
Four to 1 Tigers as we head to the fourth inning here in downtown Cleveland. Carlos Carrasco pitching to his former teammate Gio Urshela, who fouls the first pitch back for strike one. Both were here at a different time when the team was the Cleveland Indians. Here's the pitch to Urshela from Carrasco. Swing and a miss. 0-2 the count. Urshela bounced to short his first time up. It's 4-1 Tigers as we open play here in the fourth inning. They got to Carrasco for a pair of runs each in the first two innings. Here's the 0-2. Swung on, looped foul off the netting right near the on-deck circle on the first base side. 0-2 the count remains on Urshela. Guardians got one back in the bottom of the second, and that's where we stand. 4-1. Here's the 0-2. Bounced in there for a ball. 1-2 the count. Jim Rosenhaus along with Tom Hamilton. Great to have you with us for Guardians baseball on this Monday night. Brian Motze up the street at Command Center, keeping us on the air as only he can. Here's the 1-2 from Carrasco. Down low for a ball. Went with the changeup, and he's had a good one here tonight, especially last inning when he recorded 3 of his 4 strikeouts. Here comes the 2-2 to Urshela. Swung on, popped him up foul, out of play, first base side. So we'll do it again on 2-2 to Urshela. Signed and developed by Cleveland, made his major league debut, and was a key figure in some really good teams back in 16-17 especially. There's a swing and a foul back into the netting. And it remains 2-2. He's bounced around since, had a big year with the Yankees in 2019. He's also been with the Twins and Angels, now with the Tigers. Here's the 2-2. Called strike 3 on the inside corner at the knees. Urshela can't believe it, but he's caught looking. And there's another strikeout for Carlos Carrasco, his 5th. So one away here in the fourth inning, and here's Javier Baez. Baez bounced to third his first time up. Guardians trailing 4-1. Here's Carrasco's pitch, and it's swung on and yanked foul out of play, third base side. 0-1 the count on Baez, who missed significant time this season with a back injury. Just returned prior to the All-Star break. Really having a tough time getting it going offensively, and that's been the norm since he signed with the Tigers. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Good slider that time from Carlos Carrasco. So 0-2 the count on Baez. Outfield shading him to the opposite field. Big gap in left center. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and he skies one to left. Long run for Kwan. Still going and he can't get to it. It drops in fair territory. His throw to second's a beauty. On his way there is Baez, and he's out by a mile. Unless the swim move was successful, and we'll see if the Tigers want to look at this, but the throw was there in plenty of time. Freeman applied the tag, and it was on there before Baez could execute that swim move trying to elude the tag. I mentioned they were shading Baez to the opposite field, so that made for a long run for Stephen Kwan, and he could not get there, but Kwan with another outfield assist, and it's 2 down, bases empty despite the base hit by Baez. Now Jake Rogers, who swings and grounds one near the middle. Backhand pickup, Freeman throws, got him at first base. Nice play by Freeman, who's playing second for the first time in a long time, and he gets the job done here in the 4th.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
This venue never misses a beat. Call quickgranger.com or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Clay Travis and Buck Sexton. News and politics and who knows. Noon to 3 tomorrow. WTAM 1100.
John Kenzie Noel leads things off for the Guardians, bottom of the 4th, and he swings and misses at the off speed from Tarek Skubal. Noel walked his first time up back in the 2nd. It's 4-1 Tigers here in the 4th. Skubal with the 0-1, and it's swung on and bounced to the shortstop. Baez snares it, throws low. Good scoop by Urshela, and it's in time to retire Noel, who made it close at first. Boy, for a big guy, he can run well. Baez has one of the great throwing arms in the game, but didn't get much on that one, and that was close. But Noel retired for the first out in the inning, and here comes Tyler Freeman. Singled his first time up. He started to pick things up at the plate, and he swings and lines one into left. Another base hit for Freeman. And it's a one-out base runner for the Guardians as Freeman's now 2 for 2. He's back on the dirt tonight playing second base for the first time this season as Freeman. In fact, the the first time since last September. He's been exclusively just about in the outfield for the Guardians this year. Now he's aboard at first. Brian Rocchio, the hitter, the pitch to him. He swings and chops it foul at home plate for strike one. Time for the Cleveland Clinic caregiver shout out. And the good folks at the clinic want to say hello and thank you to the caregivers at Cleveland Clinic's Marymount Hospital. Thanks for everything you do at Marymount Hospital. Here's the 0-1 fastball strike on the inside corner. Quickly 0-2 on Rocchio. Switch hitter standing in from the right side. A hard-throwing lefty, Tarek Skubal, working from the stretch. Here's his 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. The high fastball fans Brian Rocchio. 97 up high. That's hard to catch up to. 2 down. Austin Hedges will bat. Hedges with the surprise play of the game. With 2 outs and the bases loaded, his first time up in the second inning, he laid down a perfect bunt up the third base line. It brought in a run. He was safe at first, and he swings and fouls one here over to his own dugout. And it's 0-1 on Hedges. But with 2 outs, boy, who would have thought? Now, Hedges, he's ignited rallies this season with bunt base hits, but not with bases loaded, 2 outs. Got a run in. That's the only run so far for Cleveland. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Another good changeup from Skubal, who, boy, he has that good repertoire with that mid to upper 90s fastball, but then you throw in a really impressive changeup and the breaking stuff, too. And it is easy to see why. He's a 10-game winner already. 3rd in the league in ERA coming in, under 2.5. Here's his 0-2. Down low. 1-2 the count. Hedges playing back-to-back games here with the lefty on the mound tonight and Carlos Carrasco pitching. He gets that opportunity to start again. Here's Skubal's 1-2. Swung on, line drive to left, and it gets down for a base hit. Holding at second as he moves up there is Tyler Freeman. But Mark Canna, boy, it just kind of froze out there and never did come in on it. On a line drive to left, and that falls in for a base hit for Austin Hedges. And now it's back to the top of the lineup with 2 men aboard for Stephen Kwan.
Well, Stephen Kwan catches that ball, Rosie, and that's why Cleveland leads the major leagues in defensive runs saved.
Here's the pitch to Kwan, and it's swung on, yanked foul outside of first.
This inning should be over.
Yes.
Now, it may be a moot point, but now Skubal's got to make more pitches. Skubal, if body language could speak, he was not a happy camper.
Here comes the 0-1 from Skubal, and it is up high for a ball, 1-1. Almost looked like Canna backed up on that ball.
He had to, or it would have hit him.
Oh, boy. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. And it's in tight, 2-1. I don't want to say you take it for granted, but we see the Guardians play defense every day, and most games, it's a factor to the plus side for Cleveland. And it's been a big reason why they have the record they do. The 2-1 swung on, popped up foul down the left side and out of play.
Well, this is normally, at least when Cleveland before they got into this little funk, this is where they would capitalize. You gave them a 4th out, now they make you pay.
Kwan battling here, left on left, which usually is not an issue for him. The 2-2, swing and a miss. Oh, good change up that time by Skubal. And Kwan was out front for the strikeout. Side retired. A couple of men left. We head to the fifth.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
app to find the right agent. The right agent can lead the way. Based on 2022 BrandSpark American Trust Study. Each office independently owned and operated.
This is Bill Wills. We'll catch up with Jim Rosenhaus. Talk Guardians, 8:45 in the morning, WTAM 1100.
Top of the Tiger lineup, and Matt Vierling to lead things off in the fifth inning, and Carlos Carrasco starts him off with a breaking pitch low and away. It's 4-1 Detroit as we get rolling here in the fifth. Carrasco lets it fly, and his pitch is in there for a strike. Good slider, and it's 1-1 on Vierling, who's 2 for 2. A double to open tonight's game. He later scored, and he singled in the second. Right-handed hitter. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Late on the hard stuff. That time from Carrasco, just 91, but set up well and located well. 1-2, the count on Vierling, with Colt Keith to follow, and then Justin Henry Malloy. Here comes the 1-2 to Vierling. Called, strike three, dropped the changeup on the inside corner. Vierling couldn't pull the trigger, and now it's 6 strikeouts for Carrasco. Suit up this season at MLBshop.com. Check out the largest selection of official jerseys, caps, t-shirts, and more, all online at MLBshop.com. Here's Keith. The pitch to him. Outside, ball 1. Colt Keith 0 for 2. Fly to center, line to left. Here's the 1-0. Strike called on the inside corner, 1-1. Tom mentioning earlier, high school in Mississippi. He's moved around a lot in his younger days, but grew up. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, yanked foul outside of first, just outside of Zanesville. And he was saying that the Pirates were the closest major league team when he was growing up, but his family, they were dyed-in-the-wool Cleveland baseball fans. And his favorite player growing up was Jason Kipnis. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, chopped foul. And he stays alive with a 1-2 count. Keith, the rookie, signed to a long-term deal before he played a major league game. And really coming on after a slow start. The 1-2. Outside, 2-2. Currently working on a modest 6-game stretch versus Cleveland, where he's hitting well over 300, and he swings and lines one to right. Long run, Noel dives, and did he make the catch? They're looking, and yes, he did. He hung on. The first base umpire, Dan Bellino, had to wait until Noel got up to see if he hung on to that ball after the diving attempt, and he did. Well, that's a couple of nice plays that Noel has made in right since joining this ball club. A big man who moves well. So, another good defensive play by the Guardians, and it's 2 outs, bases empty. And there's a swing and a high fly ball off the bat of Justin Henry Malloy to right, settling under it and making a much easier catch is Noel. And that retires the Tigers in order. We head to the bottom of the 5th. It's
of Nestle. Get tickets at CLEGuardians.com.
Hi, it's Bill Wills. Tomorrow morning news, sports, traffic, and weather on the 10s. WTAM 1100.
Angel Martinez leads it off for the Guardians. Bottom of the 5th underway. He takes a strike on the outside corner from Tarek Skubal. The lefty right back to it. The 0-1. Swung on, ripped to third. Fair ball. Down the line it will roll. It kicks out to Canna, the left fielder. Martinez heads for second. The throw, not in time. He slides in safely with an inning-opening double. Number 4 for Martinez, and the Guardians opportunities again. They've had them throughout the ball game, really, as they have had Skubal on the ropes in every inning after the first. And they have a leadoff base runner here in scoring position for Jose Ramirez, trailing 4-1. Skubal working quickly, delivers, and Ramirez rips one just foul past the third base bag. Let's pause. 10-second station ID on the Cleveland Clinic Guardians Radio Network.
News, talk, sports. This is WTAM 1100, Cleveland, home of the Cavaliers and Guardians, an iHeartRadio station.
The 0-1 to Jose Ramirez drops in there for a strike on the curve. And quickly it's 0-2 on Jose. Batting with Angel Martinez at second. Nobody out. Bottom of the 5th. 4-1 Tigers. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. And when you throw that after the curve, whew, tough to deal with. So, one down, and Josh Naylor will step in. Jim Rosenhaus along with Tom Hamilton. Great to have you with us tonight for Guardians baseball from downtown Cleveland on an overcast night for baseball. Here's the pitch to Josh Naylor, who swings and fouls it back for strike 1. 76 degrees at game time, humid. Slight chance of showers earlier in the day, but well, at least for right now, we're okay. 0-1 the count on Naylor. Here's the pitch to him. He swings, loops it to the shortstop. A one-hop grab by Baez, who throws to first, and it's in time for the out there as he tried to tag Martinez, who was off the bag and scrambling back to second, but he missed him, and then picked up the out at first with Martinez remaining at second. Get you the injury report here in the fifth, presented by Elk & Elk. If an auto accident or medical malpractice caused you injury, call 1-800-ELK Ohio. And for the Guardians, encouraging Matt Boyd, another rehab assignment yesterday with Akron. Here's the pitch to Fry, swing and a miss. And it's 0-1 on Fry. But Boyd feeling good and will make his next rehab start later this week, staying on schedule. Here comes the 0-1 to Fry. He swings and pops it up, shallow left. Coming in, Canna, and he's there to make the catch and retire the side. Leadoff double does no damage. We head to the sixth. Detroit 4, Cleveland 1.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
You're covered for life.
Weather when you need it. Your severe weather station is WTAM 1100.
Well, we go to the sixth inning, still 4-1 Detroit. Cleanup man Riley Green puts a souvenir into the suites, third base side, strike one. Hi again, everybody. Tom Hamilton back with you, along with Jim Rosenhaus, Brian Motze. Overcast night, 76 degrees. Carlos Carrasco lets it fly, and the pitch nicks the outside corner, backdoor curve, 0-2. Carrasco has struck out 6 and has gotten better as the game has gone on. Now the 0-2. Down and away, 1-2. Justin Henry Malloy got a 2-run homer to left in the first. Jake Rogers had an RBI triple as the pitch swung on a high bouncer to second. Jumping up to grab the carom was Tyler Freeman. That ball kangaroo hopped on him, but the second baseman throws out Riley Green. And then Rogers scored on somehow what was ruled an error when the feet went out from under Angel Martinez. Not sure how. It was not an inside the park home run, but so be it. Cleveland got 1 run out of a bases loaded, 1-out scenario in the second. The pitch, and it's in there to Mark Canna. It took a 2-out, bases loaded, stunning bunt single from Austin Hedges for Cleveland to get a run off Tarek Skubal tonight. They've had a lot of opportunities. The pitch swung on, line down the left field line, base hit. It'll scoot to the wall. And Canna with his second hit and 16th double. So he's aboard with a one-out double here in the sixth. Cleveland's got the bullpen busy. Tigers leading it 4-1. And Pedro Avila, the right-hander, who's done a great job in long relief, heating up in a hurry. Now, Cleveland just having a dickens of a time scoring runs lately, but, man, the last 3 days, you can credit that to Skubal, King, and Cease. Carrasco misses down low to Winsell Perez, who's 1 for 2 with a single. Carlos Carrasco at 92 pitches could be the last batter he faces. He delivers a throw to second, wide of the mark, and a diving grab by Rocchio to keep that throw from sailing into center. Dollar Bank is a proud partner of the Guardians. You can do more with a Cleveland Community Bank that has 29 locations throughout Northeast Ohio. Get started at dollar.bank. Mark Canha, with Rocchio diving over him to catch that errant throw, was shaken up a little bit, but he's good to go. Runner at second, one down, sixth inning, 4-1 Detroit. Hits are even at 8. The pitch, bullseye, and the count 1-1. Man, you get 8 hits off Tarek Skubal, and that's doing something in 5 innings. The problem's been Cleveland's not been able to get runs out of those hits. Breaking ball down and away. 3-1 the count. Tarek Skubal hasn't given up 8 hits in a ball game this year until tonight. The pitch wide and 3-1 the count. So think of that. Tarek Skubal had not given up more than 7 hits in any game until tonight. But he's only given up 1 run. Now the pitch, swung on, hit pretty well to deep right center. Martinez broke in, now is burned. Ball sails over his head, goes to the warning track, hitting third, coming home is Canha. Relay throw to the plate, hit the mound. Ricochets up in the air, and that enables Canha to score and Perez to go to third. That'll be an RBI double. He goes to third on the throw. Martinez took a bad route on that ball, and again, his inexperience in the outfield showed up that time. He broke in and then couldn't recover. 5-1. Detroit leads it. We'll have a pitching change.
From all over the world, people turn to Cleveland Clinic for our expertise and our compassionate care. As leaders in heart, neurology, and cancer.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Comes on now with the Tigers up 5-1. Avila is making his 28th appearance. Record of 3-1, ERA 4.29. Avila, fastball, sinker, curve, slider, change. So, a couple of doubles, and the Tigers now lead it 5-1 in the sixth. Runner at third. One down, infield in for Giovanni Urshela. Ground out, strikeout. Here's the set by Avila, and here's the pitch. And Urshela, check swing foul off to the right, strike one. Series ended today in the Big Apple. The New York Yankees battered Tampa Bay today, 9-1. Finally got a good outing from Carlos Rodon. He's had a streaky year, but he wins his 10th. Now the 0-1 pitch, swing and a foul upstairs, 0-2. Twins are hosting Philly tonight. They're in a rain delay in that ball game. Red Hot Kansas City hosting Arizona tonight. Now the set, now the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a foul back, tried to jam him. 5-game lead for Cleveland over both Minnesota and Kansas City. Royals have won 3 straight. Twins have dropped 3 straight. Now the pitch. And Urshela bangs one foul third base side. He just threw the bat at that ball. That's some kind of hitting. Curveball away. Urshela literally threw the bat at that curveball that was way outside and spoiled it. Outfield, again, way over toward right. In fact, the right fielder, Noel, is 30 feet off the line. The pitch, down and away. 1-2. If Urshela pulls a ball into the left field corner, he can walk into third. Quan is in the gap in left center. Martinez is in the gap in right center. And Noel is 30 feet off the line in right for a right-handed batter. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a fly ball to left. Deep enough to score another run. Quan will make the catch. He is airmailing the throw to home, but no chance. And so Perez scores on the sac fly by Urshela. His 31st RBI. And the Tigers with a 6-1 commanding lead with Tarek Skubal on the mound here in the 6th. Good at bat there for Giovanni Urshela. When you hear somebody say, man, that was a professional at bat, that's what that was. Spoiled 2 strike pitches and then got a sac fly. Here's Javier Baez, 1 for 2, a single. And Baez slices one to right. Down the line it goes. Foul by a foot, maybe. 0-1 the count. Avila back to the windup now. Here it comes. Outside and low. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Down low again. Ball 2, 2-1. Avila into the motion, delivers, and a swing and a miss on a changeup. Ball 2, strike 2. Xavier Curry starts tomorrow for Cleveland. Tigers are going to have a bullpen game. Now the 2-2. Swung on, pulled foul. We'll do it again. Carlos Carrasco, the book closes on Carlos. He went 5 1/3. Gave up 6 runs on 9 hits, struck out 6, made 96 pitches. Now the 2-2. Down in the dirt. Full count. Javier Baez, man, he looked like a superstar for a while in Chicago. Now the payoff. He cuts and misses. Avilas strikes him out with a changeup. But two big insurance runs, and Detroit with a 6-1 lead in the middle of the sixth.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Sweeper wet to make quick work of tough, sticky messes.
Hi, it's Bill Wills, actress Elizabeth Shue on her new movie. Parts of it shot in Cleveland tomorrow morning at 8:20 WTAM 1100.
John Kenzie Noel will try to get Cleveland going. 6-1 Tigers, sixth inning. Tarek Skubal's pitch is hit foul down the left side into the lower deck. Noel has grounded out. Cleveland has collected 8 hits, the most Skubal's given up this year, but 1 run to show for it. The pitch fouled back, Tardy on a 98-mile-an-hour heater. Cleveland's had a base hit in every inning but the first. They've also stranded 7. The pitch got him swinging. He just said, I don't think you can hit my fastball, and he was right. 5 strikeouts for Skubal. Here's Tyler Freeman, a couple of singles. Tarek Skubal. He's on his way to win number 11. The kick and the delivery, bullseye. Now the 0-1. Curveball dips low, 1-1. He hasn't thrown the curveball that much. He hasn't had to. He's got a lot of ways to beat you. Skubal pumps and delivers. And Freeman drills one to the gap in right center, base hit. Over to cut it off the right fielder, Perez. Freeman, 3 hits tonight. So Cleveland now with 9 hits in the game. Brian Arocchio twice has struck out. Switch hitter batting right-handed. But you look at Tarek Skubal, he has thrown 27 fastballs, 22 sinkers. So 49 fastballs of the 83 pitches as Rocchio swings through a changeup. He's thrown 4 curveballs, 12 sliders, 18 changeups. Rocchio steps away, looks down to third base coach Rugi Odor, and basically claps his hands and says, kid, we're down 6-1. Go get him. Now the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Change up in the dirt. I don't think Rocchio's got much of a chance tonight against this guy. Skubal can carve up a young hitter. He can carve up a veteran hitter. Nothing into the count. He really is impressive. Tarek Skubal. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Changeup. So that is 6 strikeouts, 2 down. That'll bring up catcher Austin Hedges. How about Cleveland has 9 hits in the game. The number 7 hitter, Tyler Freeman, has 3. The number 9 hitter, Austin Hedges, has 2, including a bunt single with the bases loaded. That drove in Cleveland's only run, a 2-out bunt single. The pitch now to Hedges, and it's a little low, ball 1. This guy, Austin Hedges, will be a major league manager someday. He's still got years in him that he wants to play, and rightfully so. He's still a tremendous defender. The 1-0 hit in the air, first baseman Urshela, and staggering, made the catch on the back part of the skin portion of the infield. He kind of almost tripped on his feet, but Austin Hedges.
Conquer each job. Use Blaster products and work it like a pro.
A swing and a drive. Gone! Steven Kwan.
The $15 district ticket presented by Miller Lite includes a standing room only ticket plus your first drink. Get your district tickets at CLEGuardians.com.
Cleveland's news, talk, and sports on WTAM 1100 and on 106.9 FM.
Catcher Jake Rogers takes ball 1 from Pedro Avila. 7th inning, 6-1 Tigers. The pitch, bullseye to even the count. Avila got the last 2 outs in the 6th. He'll try to eat up some innings now. Into the windup. Here's the 1-1. And it's a little up, maybe outside. Ball 2, 2-1. Hope you'll be here Thursday afternoon at City Connect Beach Towel Giveaway Day. Now the wind and the 2-1 delivery. Waved at it, 2-2. That's a 110 game to wrap up the homestand. Tickets at CLEGuardians.com. The end of the motion. Here comes the 2-2. Fouled at the plate. Still 2-2. The wind and the 2-2 delivery. Outside, full count. The payoff got him swinging at a changeup. Boy, he's got a good changeup. Pedro Avila has struck out 2. Top of the order, Matt Vierling. Double a single, 2 for 3. Vierling came in that trade with Philly. The pitch, wind and the 0-1. And he dropped one in there. Good curveball. 0-2. Well, Legacy Roofing is Ohio's premier roofing service provider. Whether it's a new roof or just a repair, get a free estimate. Call 855-GOT-ROOF. LegacyRoofingOH.com. Now the 2-strike pitch. High and wide, 1-2. It's turned out to be a beauty of a night. 76 degrees. The next offering hit on a ground right side of the infield. Brookabed singled on the right field line, goes into foul ground. Noel up throwing, head first slide, tag, safe. Vierling with his 3rd hit and his 2nd double. Broke his bat, rolled it on the ground inside the bag at first down the right field line. Good job by Noel to get to it in foul territory. Good strong throw, but nonetheless, a double for Vierling.
Boy, the Tigers just keep on hitting it. That's been the big key to this turnaround for them. Averaging almost 5.5 runs a game for the month so far.
Colt Keith, 0 for 3 tonight. Left-handed hitter at second base. The pitch, and it missed wide, ball 1. Tigers have really gone with some high school picks lately. They got this kid out of high school in 2020. This year and last year, they drafted high school kids. The pitch is low, 2-0. Obviously, you hit the lottery sometimes. I mean, Riley Green was a high school pick. He's a good player. But it also, there's more risk. And obviously, you're going to have to probably wait longer than a college player, unless it's Bobby Witt Jr. The 2-0 pitch missed wide, 3-0. Nobody warming. Nobody's going to be pitching anytime soon for Cleveland other than Pedro Avila. 6-1 Tigers. Runner at second, 1 out in the 7th. The next delivery, bullseye, and the count 3-1. Colt Keith has financial security. Is there anything better than those words in life? Now the 3-1 pitch. Low, he walked him. So Keith is aboard with a 1-out walk. First given up by Avila. Colt Keith signed that 6-year contract with Detroit that includes 3 club options. So in other words, he's locked up for 9 years if the Tigers want him for all 9. This is year 1 of that contract. The 6 years is worth $29 million, so that's basically $5 million a year. That's a pretty good start to putting together a nest egg. And then, depending on whether or not the club picks up the other 3 years, it could be worth as much as $82 million. Now, if he becomes the player the Tigers think he can, I mean, if they have him for 9 years at $81 million and he becomes a star, that's an absolute steal. Now, on the other side of the coin, if he doesn't become the star Detroit expects, well, then the kid's at least, for the most part, set himself up for life if he is smart with his investments. Left-hander Tim Herron is starting to warm in the Cleveland pen. Here's Justin Henry Malloy. The pitch and it's wide. 2 on, 1 out. 6-1 Detroit here in the 7th. The next delivery. And he went change up low. 2-0. All of a sudden, Avila can't throw a strike. That's unusual. Now the pitch. That's a fastball strike. 2-1. Avila, hands belt high, lets it fly. And a foul upstairs to the right. 2-2 the count on Malloy. Malloy is a guy the Tigers have high hopes on. He's got some pop. Played at Georgia Tech. They got him from Atlanta in the Joe Jimenez deal. The 2-2 to Malloy. And it's in there. Strike 3 called on a changeup. Third strikeout for Avila. 2 down in the 7th. Here's Riley Green. And here's manager Stephen Vogt. 6-1 Tigers. We'll be back.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards that zero-turn lawnmower you've always wanted. And after using its edge-shaping technology to meticulously sculpt the face of the Mona Lisa into your grass, you'll become the undisputed king of Saturday morning lawn care, leaving your neighbor and sworn enemy Gary to question his place in the delicate neighborhood ecosystem. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Left on left, as he is going to face Riley Green, who's 0 for 3. 6-1. Detroit has the lead. Tigers have 2 men aboard with 2 down. Riley Green, an all-star for the first time. The pitch to him, and it's in there. Boy, the Orlando, Florida area has produced quite a few ball players, a lot more than you might think. Think of Johnny Damon, A.J. Pierzynski. The pitch, Riley fouling it off to the right. Francisco Lindor moved to the Orlando area, although he is from Puerto Rico. But this young man, Riley Green, grew up in the Orlando area. So not everybody spends their whole day at Disney. The 0-2 got him swinging, and so Heron keeps Cleveland with some hope here. It's just going to take an explosion. Guardians have been awfully good all season long.
Base hit to center field. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Bet365, the official sports betting partner of the Cleveland Guardians. 21 plus only, must be present in Ohio. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply.
Hi, it's Bill Wills, leadoff hitter. Your answer with pair of Guardians tickets after 8:30 tomorrow morning, WTAM 1100.
Stephen Kwan leads off, takes a strike from Tarek Skubal, left on left. 6-1 Detroit. Bottom of the seventh, Stephen Kwan 0 for 3. Now the windup. Now the pitch. And he waves at it. 1-2 the count. This is the most swings and misses we've seen from Stephen Kwan on this homestand than maybe we've ever seen. Now the 1-2. And he swings and sends a looping liner to left. Coming in to grab it is Canna. 1 down. Not hit that hard. Angel Martinez will bat right-handed. 1 for 3 with a double. Cleveland does have 9 hits. The most Skubal has given up in a game this year. But Cleveland is 2 for 9 with men in scoring position. They've stranded 8 through 6 innings. And that bases loaded 1-out scenario in the second. That was the golden opportunity. Then had 2 on, 1 out in the third. The pitch is in there, a strike.
Tickets sold 22,451. 22451.
Here's the wind-in pitch. A swing and a weak topper to first. On the grass, Urshela with a flip to Skubal, 2 down. That'll bring up Jose Ramirez, 1 for 3 with a single, 2 down. 6-1 the score. Detroit in control.
And you look at the night Skubal's having, and just a testament to how good he is that he can work around jams and 9 hits and trouble in certain innings and keep it to just 1 run.
Now the kick and delivery. Up and in. Well, unfortunately for Cleveland right now, they pretty much go as Kwan, Ramirez, and Naylor go, and the pitch, swing and a drive toward the gap in deep right center. This ball is going to hit the wall about halfway up. Throw into second, head first dive, and a double for Jose Ramirez, his 21st. But it comes with 2 down. Jose Ramirez, you look at what has gone on this homestand. Obviously, it's been a short homestand to this point. This is only game 4, so let's not get too crazy about it. But Stephen Kwan is 2 for 15 on the homestand. And Jose Ramirez and Josh Naylor have 3 RBIs combined. Here's Josh Naylor, breaks his bat, rolls it to first. Handled by Urshela, steps on the bag, and we go to the 8th. 6-1 Tigers on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
It's Brooke from National Design. Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Bill Wills, actress Elizabeth Shue at 8:20 tomorrow morning, WTAM 1100.
6-1 Tigers. Tim Herron will start the 8th. Mark Canna, a double and a single, 2 for 3. Left fielder batting 5th, slices the first pitch to right, foul, strike 1. Well, I'll tell you what. When you've got rust to bust, use PB Blaster. It's a Cleveland original since 1957. So many things you can use PB Blaster for. Work it like a pro. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swinging a roller up the middle. Diving behind second, Rocchio from his knees. Throws, but not in time. What an effort. Canna with his 3rd hit. Well, you always worry about infielders like that diving, as Rocchio did, and you hope like heck that when they kind of roll over, they don't roll over the wrist. That's what happened to Atlanta's Ozzie Albies. He's out at least 2 months with a broken wrist on a similar type play at second base. Here is Winsel Perez. He'll bat right-handed. He's doubled and singled, and he taps one to third, foul. By the way, 11 hits for Detroit tonight. Cleveland has 10, but it's 6-1 Tigers.
Everybody has injuries, but boy, the Braves have had them to key players.
Isn't it something too, Rosie? And we saw it here in 95. The set and the pitch. A swing and a topper to the mound. Clubbed by Herron. Fires to second, 1. No relay by Freeman. So they get the lead runner. But the Braves had a year last year like Cleveland had in 95. Their OPS, their magical offensive season was so similar to the 95 Indians. Now, the 95 Indians didn't win it all, but they got to the World Series. They took a great Braves team to 6 games. Atlanta got upset in the playoffs last fall, and you're like, wow, they'll be back. They got all those guys are young, long-term contracts. Here's Gio Urshela, and he cuts and misses. But very seldom do you replicate those kind of years, and the Braves haven't. Now, they're a good team. Last year, they were great.
When everybody's clicking, it's a special year, and they don't come along every day.
Now the 0-1 pitch. Runner goes. Pitch outside. Hedges throw to second. Skips into center. Getting up Perez. He'll go to third. So the Tigers up 6-1 in the 8th. And Perez steals second and goes to third on the Hedges throwing error. So now the infield is in with the Tigers up 6-1 in the 8th. Runner at third, one down. Urshela with a sac fly, ground out, strikeout. Cleveland brings the infield in with one down, a 1-1 count. The left-hander's ready. Here it comes. Swings and sends a fly ball to right. This will get another run home. Fairly deep. Near the line, Noel makes the catch. He'll fire to the plate, but it's all the way off the screen in front of the Guardians dugout. It was halfway between home and third. You weren't ever throwing out Perez. So Urshela with his second sac fly, 32 RBIs, 7-1 Tigers. Right now that's an unearned run. Bases empty, 2 down. Here's Javi Baez, 1 for 3 with a single. The pitch, outside, ball 1. 2 down, 7-1 Detroit. We're in the 8th. Base is empty. The next delivery is in there, a called strike on a slider. 1 ball, 1 strike. Great visiting with Matthew Boyd again tonight. Man, he's feeling good. The pitch waved at 1-2. He's had 2 rehab starts for Cleveland. Had the Tommy John surgery June of a year ago. He'll go out again later this week. He said he hopes to be up. The pitch, swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt. Baez strikes out. He wants to get up close to 60, 65 pitches in this next outing, so he keeps...
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
or visit bathsrs.com. Right now, get $1,500 off your project, plus low to no monthly payments. That's bathsrs.com. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
The Boom Daddy Show, Cleveland's afternoon news, talk, and sports. Tomorrow afternoon, starting at 3. WTAM 1100.
Well, it may not have been Tarek Skubal's usual masterpiece. It was awfully good. Bottom line is, Tarek Skubal gave up 1 run tonight. He allowed a season-high 10 hits, but he allowed 1 run. The great ones find a way to get out of jams. Tarek Skubal is on his way to being a great starting pitcher. 7-1 Detroit, bottom of the 8th. Right-hander Shelby Miller out of the bullpen misses up and in to David Fry. Tarek Skubal made 97 pitches. He goes 7 innings, gives up a run on 10 hits, struck out 6, walked 1. He is 6 outs away from win number 11. The pitch, Swinging a liner to right. That's another base hit for Cleveland. They have 11 hits in this game. 1 run. And it took a 2-out, bases loaded, bunt single by Austin Hedges to score the run. Shelby Miller is making appearance number 31. He's 5-6, a save, ERA 5.08. Fastball slider split. There's Jhonkensy Noel. Tonight 0 for 2 with a walk. Right-hander against right-hander. 7-1 Detroit. The pitch. Swung on, banged foul third base side. Strike 1. Tomorrow night, a bullpen game for Detroit. That's why Skubal's outing tonight was so critically important that he went 7 innings. Gives that bullpen a chance to throw a bullpen game. Now the 0-1 delivery. Down and away, 1-1. Now and then Cleveland's got to see Jack Flaherty, who dominated them in Motown before the break. Flaherty having a great year. The question is, might that be his last start for the Tigers on Wednesday? He's certainly a trade candidate. The pitch swung and banged wide of third, gloved by Veerling. To second one, Keith's relay not in time. So Noel is aboard on a fielder's choice. Forced at second was Fry. 1 down. Here's Tyler Freeman. He's had a 3-hit game. Thing about Cleveland tonight, 11 hits, but only the pitch in there called strike. Only 2 extra base hits. 2 doubles, 9 singles. Again, it shows you how important it is. You have to be able to hit some home runs, which this club has done all year. It's just lately it's been a tough go. The pitch, and it's another strike, 0-2. Cleveland has only scored 27 runs in their last 11 ball games and has been shut out 4 times in that stretch. The 0-2. Swinging a high chopper to second, charged by Keith. He gloves, he'll throw to first, advancing to second, Noel. 2 down. Here's Brian Rocchio, 3 strikeouts tonight. Nobody's happier to see Skubal out of the game than Brian Rocchio. He'll bat left-handed. Left-hander Andrew Chafin up in the Tiger bullpen, the Ohio native. Two down, runner at second, 7-1 Detroit. Now the set in the pitch. In there, strike. I think, again, when you're going through stretches like this, you got to look at silver linings. And for Cleveland, okay, only 1 run tonight off Tarek Skubal, but they got 10 hits of one of the best pitchers in baseball. Here's the 0-1, and it's a strike. Maybe that carries through to tomorrow, and the next thing you know, you're back in business.
It may just take that one breakout game to really get them going.
Nothing in 2, the count on Rocchio. Shelby Miller's ready. Here it comes. Swinging a foul to the upper deck. Still an 0-2 count on the Cleveland shortstop. Shelby Miller, a one-time starter primarily with the Cardinals. Won 15 games for St. Louis, but that's been 11 years ago. 12th year in the big leagues. Detroit, his 9th different team. Here it comes. Outside. Looked like a hanger right there. That was his split change. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Runner at second. Cleveland down 6 in the 8th. The next delivery. And Rocchio swings and misses at a splitter. He has the golden sombrero tonight. That's a hat you don't want. 7-1. Tigers commanding lead after.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
You can wash at any of our locations for one low price, starting at just $20 a month. Or choose our absolute best Ceramic 4 Ultra Wash, featuring ceramic treatment that's 4 times the shine and protection, plus free vacuums. Learn more at cleanexpresswash.com, proud partner of the Cleveland Guardians.
Check in and cash out. Up to 9 chances a day every weekday to win $1,000 on WTAM 1100.
Bottom of the order, catcher Jake Rogers leads off the ninth with Detroit up 7-1. Peter Strzelecki will be making his 6th appearance. He's yet to give up a run in 6 1/3 innings. Tim Herron, an inning and a third, gave up a run unearned. The pitch swung on, rolled up the middle to his left. Rocchio gobbles it up from behind second. The shortstop throws up Jake Rogers. Rogers got 2/3 of the way to first and then fired his bat away in disgust. Rogers had that RBI triple in the second, but he wasn't happy with that result here in the ninth. Top of the order, Matt Vierling, 2 doubles and a single, 3 for 4. Tigers, 7 runs, 11 hits. Cleveland, 1 run, 11 hits. Strzelecki with a strike to Vierling. Vierling, a 3-hit game. Mark Canha, a 3-hit game. The pitch, breaking ball down and away. Strzelecki comes to you, not sidearm, but it's that low 3/4 arm slot. Tough on right-handed hitter. Righty-righty matchup. He delivers, and a fastball strike. And the count 1-2. Vierling, deep in the box, slightly open stance. The pitch to him, and it's strike 3 called. He took a fastball. He looks at the home plate umpire, Alex Tosi, who just said anything down the middle is normally a strike. Cleveland has struck out a dozen tonight. I tell you, some of the numbers here don't add up.
It's not making sense tonight, is it? This game sometimes.
2 down. Here's Colt Keith, 0 for 3 with a walk. 7-1 Detroit, 9th inning. He fouls the first pitch off, drops to a knee, strike 1. Still in a rain delay. Minnesota and Philly. Here's the set. Here's the pitch. Backdoored him and missed. 1-1 the count.
Must be a window coming. Good weather.
Well, that's the problem, though. What's that, Brian? They start in 10 minutes. The pitch. Swing and a foul at the plate. 1-2 the count. These teams making only one trip. I mean, Philly and the Twins, they want to play. They don't want a doubleheader, or even worse, have to come back on an off day. Arizona leads Kansas City 3-1 in the third. The pitch, and he missed wide with a changeup, 2-2. Boy, talking to some baseball people today, Rosie, about the trade deadline, which is a week from tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. The 2-2. A swing and a long drive to right. Way out of here. Colt Keith comes back home to the Buckeye State and hits his 10th home run. And it's 8-1 Detroit. He hit that baby a long way deep into the lower deck in right field. And Tigers mopping up Cleveland here tonight. 8-1. But in talking with some baseball folks today about the trade deadline, they question just exactly how busy, if it will be busy. Here is Justin Henry Malloy taking a strike. He had a 2-run homer in the first to left. The problem being too many teams in contention, too many teams that want to buy, not enough that want to sell. Pitch is high, and they count 1-1. And questionable, really, what kind of talent is even going to be available, and if it's going to be worth the price. The pitch, swing on a foul back, 1-2 the count. And but when we say worth the price, we're not talking salary. We're talking player capital you'll have to give up to get what limited talent might be out there. Here is the 1-2. Swing and a foul back. We'll do it again.
That's why that name you mentioned last inning, Matt Boyd, it's an under-the-radar thing, I think, for a lot of teams, but it could be big for Cleveland if they're unable to make a deal for starting pitching at the deadline.
Now the set in the 1-2. Check swing, strike 3 called. I'll tell you what we've got coming up that none of you want to miss. A station ID when we come back for the bottom of the ninth, so that's worth hanging.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Let's pause for a station ID.
News, talk, sports. This is WTAM 1100, Cleveland, home of the Cavaliers and Guardians, an iHeart radio station.
Tom Hamilton, Jim Rosenhaus, Brian Motze with you, and based on between innings and the video board, some folks got into Grandma's cough syrup between innings.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, I think they got into a lot of it.
Well, they wouldn't have a cough anyway.
Well, that's a good point. And there are some kids that are driving home with their parents later tonight saying, "You embarrassed me, Dad." 8-1 Tigers. Bottom of the ninth, the left-hander Easton Lucas misses high. Lucas was claimed off waivers from Oakland in mid-May. Fastball cutter, slider changeup. Played at Pepperdine. Austin Hedges takes inside to get drilled in the leg. So Austin Hedges has the only RBI for Cleveland. It was a stunner. Bases loaded in the second inning against Tarek Skubal. 2 out, and Hedgie dropped a perfect 2-out bunt single down the third base line, and that drove in the game's only run for Cleveland. Hit by a pitch here to start the ninth. Top of the order, and here's Stephen Kwan, left on left. The pitch, and it's in there, a called strike. Stephen Kwan 0 for 4. Stephen Kwan, tough start to this second half, 2 for his 15 since the break. The pitch to him, and it's outside corner strike, 0-2. Easton Lucas. He checks first, comes to the plate, and a swing and a blooper down the left side foul, still 0-2. Lucas, just brought up by the Tigers, gives them 4 left-handers in the bullpen. 4. Now the 2-strike pitch. Swinging a liner to left, that is going to get down for a base hit. And Hedgie stops at second. He slid into second. Not very often does somebody slide into second base when the guy behind him got a single. I guess Hedgie was worried they'd try to throw him out. Anyway, here comes pitching coach Chris Fetters. Does anybody have more fun in the game than Austin Hedges? He's at second, Kwan at first, and 2 on with nobody out. Cleveland trailing in the game, 8-1, and nothing may happen tonight in this game as far as Cleveland being able to pull off some kind of miracle rally. You're just looking for a little momentum going into tomorrow. And again, a silver lining here tonight. You do have 12 base hits in this game, a base hit in every inning except the first.
And if you could ever do enough here in the ninth inning to make them burn more relievers with a bullpen game coming tomorrow, who knows? It could come into play.
So you're saying there's a chance. Angel Martinez, 1 for 4 with a double, bats right-handed. The pitch, and it's a fastball strike. Tarek Skubal went 7, gave up a run on 10 hits, struck out 6, walked 1. Scoreless inning for Shelby Miller. The 0-1 delivery, and it's strike 2 call. Well, and you know Lucas is out there going, I just got called up from Toledo. I want to stay here. I can't afford to come out here and have a bad ninth inning. Lucas, as I mentioned, played at Pepperdine. You're not going to see a much more scenic campus in your life than Pepperdine. Here's the 0-2. Down in the dirt, 1-2. The Pepperdine Baseball Park overlooks the Pacific Ocean, which isn't a bad background.
How does anybody go to class there?
That's the baseball park in the ocean. I'm not talking about the other distractions for the Pepperdine baseball players. Here's the set. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Outside a fastball. He throws mid-90s. Again, when you throw mid-90s, you're left-handed, you're going to get opportunities. He's now with his 4th different organization in 5 years. Now the 2-2. Swing and a foul at the plate. We'll do it again at 2-2. 8-1 Detroit. Cleveland with runners first and second. Nobody out in the ninth inning. Angel Martinez, tough night in center field, but that's part of the growing pains, learning a new spot. The pitch to him. Inside, he almost got hit. Full count. Now the payoff. High! He walked him. They're loaded. How about the Tigers get their closer up, Jason Foley? Although I say closer, he doesn't always close. It kind of depends on matchups. We saw that in Detroit. Here's Jose Ramirez, switch hitter, batting right-handed. And again, Cleveland just looking for something to take into tomorrow of a positive nature. Jose Ramirez, a double and a single. 2 for 4. The set and pitch. And he nicked the outside corner with a changeup. Hedges at third, Kwan at second. Martinez at first. Cleveland down 8-1 in the ninth. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swinging a liner to left, foul. 0-2. Lucas is ready. Here it comes. A swing and a ground ball sharply hit to short. Baez to second to one. Keith throws high to first. Boy, it took him a long time to get rid of the ball. And so give Jose Ramirez a fielder's choice RBI. Hedges scores from third. It's 8-2. Detroit, and A.J. Hinch has seen enough. How about that? Jose Ramirez gets RBI number 80. And you've got Kwan at third, Jose Ramirez at first, one down, 8-2 Tigers. And we'll be back.
We wear them on our sleeves. We pour them out. Hearts are...
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Now, Star Guardians, 8:45 in the morning, WTAM 1100.
Andrew Chafin's on the pitch as they go lefty again. Jason Foley had been warming up the right-hander, but left-hander Andrew Chafin coming on. The pride of Western Reserve High School in Collins, Ohio, down by Norwalk, and then had a great collegiate career at Kent State University. So it's an 8-2 ball game. Detroit has the lead in the ninth. Guardians at the corners, one down for Josh Naylor. Chafin, fastball that he'll sink. Got the slider, 3 wins, 2 losses, a save, ERA 3.55, 38th appearance, 42 strikeouts in 33 innings. Naylor 1 for 4. Hasn't gotten the ball out of the infield. The pitch to him. And he checked and went around. Infield back, double play depth. Quan at third, Ramirez at first, a run home, 1 out. 8-2 Tigers, bottom of the 9th. The next offering. Swung and roped foul down the right side off the netting. And the count 0-2. 12 hits for each club, but the Tigers with a 6-run lead here in the 9th. Chafin's ready. Here it comes. Strike 3 called. Looked at a slider. 2 down. Naylor out looking. Here's David Fry, the last hope. David Fry, 2 for 4 with a couple of singles. Boy, ever since Fry had that all-star hit, he's been red hot. He takes on the inside corner a strike. Ramirez goes to second on indifference. Chafin's ready. Here it comes. Fry cuts and misses right over the top of that wicked slider. He's always had a great slider. Andrew Chafin 1 strike away from giving the Tigers their 11th win in their last 14 games. The pitch in the dirt. You can hear Chafin grunting up here in the broadcast booth. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 down, 2 on, 8-2, Detroit. Now the set and the delivery. Swing and a foul at the plate. Came back with a slider. Chafin leans in. Now he straightens. Now the 1-2. Down and in with a slider. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, 2 on. Cleveland down 6 in the 9th. Now the set, now the pitch. Check swing, did he go? No! Oh my, it looked like Fry may have chased. Now the string is out. I don't think Andrew Chafin agrees with that call, and David Fry caught a break. He definitely went around, but that's part of it. Full count, 2 out, 2 on, 8-2 Detroit in the 9th. And the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. High heat ends the game. Final, Detroit 8, Cleveland 2 on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
There are trucks, then there's the truck. GMC Sierra. Not just any truck, the truck. Well-qualified buyers get 1.9% APR for 36 months on GMC Sierra light-duty models. See your local GMC dealer today. Monthly payment is $28.16 for every $1,000 you finance. Average example down payment 15%. Some customers will not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 7/31/24.
Another day is here, and you're ready for it. What to wear? Check. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Check. Planning for what's next and how to save for it? That's where Bank of America can help. For your financial to-dos, Bank of America has experts ready to help get you closer to your goals. Get started at one of our greater Cleveland area financial centers or 24/7 in our mobile banking app. Find a location near you at bankofamerica.com/talktous. What would you like the power to do? Mobile banking requires downloading the app and is only available for select devices. Message and data rates may apply. Bank of America N.A., member FDIC.
The Northeast Ohio Regional Sewer District now has Saturday customer service hours for all your account needs. We're open on the first Saturday of every month, 8 until 11 a.m., and available by phone until noon. For live help with your sewer and stormwater accounts, visit neorsd.org/save today or call 216-881-8247. That's 216-881-8247 or visit NEO.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.